To ask you, what do you think is your biggest weakness
As an individual?
My ability to stay cool under fire, maybe you could say that.
I'm really sorry. I think there was some disturbance. If you could repeat, it would be great.
My ability to stay cool under fire.
MashaAllah. The ability to stay cool under pressure and under, you use the word fire. May God save you from all those fires. But yeah, your ability to stay cool. I mean, you are someone who takes up pressure very comfortably. And when was it last time you have realized that?
Yesterday, actually, when I was put in charge for something.
Oh my God! So you were having lots of pressure and still you stayed cool. And
yes.
how did the execution go on? Was it good? Did it
Yes,
went on
I'd say
perfect?
initially, yes, there was a bit chaos, but after that, I got regained control.
Wow! I think he deserves a round of applause. He knows his strength, and it is a very important strength for every. So if I were to ask you, Beta, what do you think is the best thing about applause for? Because let me tell you very frankly, the best thing about a school, generally students find is their friends, which he finds the teachers and the management to be really nice. I think that's perfect. And if I were to ask you, what would you want to become in your life?
Doctor.
Doctor. And how many doctors in the audience? Raise your hands. How many want to be engineers? Please pass on the mic. We have girls from Kul Welfare Society also. I think you can अपना कॉन्फिडेंस साथ में रखना बहुत बहुत खूब और इसके लिए जो भी मतलब आपके टीचर्स जो हैं वो जो जिस किस्म की मेहनत करते हैं उसके बारे में आपको कुछ कहना है
उन लोग को तो बहुत जज़ाकल्लाह खैर
आमीन
और आज मैं खुल वेलफेयर सोसाइटी की तरफ से हूँ तो मेरे को ज़्यादा सपोर्ट निशाद बाजी की तरफ
अच्छा माशाल्लाह आई थिंक शी आल्सो डिजर्व्स अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज think is the biggest problem our country is right now facing. For girls, you want to see, do you, how many of you actually think that this is such a big problem that girls are not safe? I would want, like, can we see the hands up? And none of the boys feel so. They feel that, you know, they are very safe, they just make a fuss of nothing. Good. Okay, beta. And what do you think is the best thing about our country then?
our country. Like the people of India are very kind and I appreciate that.
They are kind but not kind enough to give equal opportunity to boys and girls. They are kind but not kind enough to give equal opportunities to boys and girls.
Yeah, in some country.
In some parts of the nation. Yeah. That is very much there. See, that is something which is very much clear. Okay. And what do you want to become?
Actually, I have not decided, but doctor or psychiatrist.
अच्छा. बहरहाल you want to live with people only. Doctor बनूं भी तो लोगों के साथ, psychiatrist बनूं भी तो और अच्छे लोगों के साथ. Perfect. चलिए. Thank you so much. It was good talking to you. Can we have the mic in the first in this row, please? I think we took the mic back from somewhere. We'll pass it in the front. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
You are Yasin of class 10.
Yes.
How are you?
Fine,
Okay,
sir.
Okay. Yasin, if I were to ask you, who is your favorite person in this whole world?
Favorite person? My father.
Your father is a favorite person. And how many girls say that their father is their favorite person? MashaAllah. You think like, okay, what is the best quality which your father has and not your mother?
Nice, sir.
Okay. And your name?
Samia Rahim.
And you're from which school?
Knowledge High School.
Knowledge High School. Okay. Samia, if I were to ask you, who is your favorite, like, if you, how many friends have you, do you have?
5, sir.
5. So clear.
Yes.
And rest all are not my friends.
No, those
they are
friends.
but they are close. Okay.
Yes.
And who is the closest? Now see here, this is a confession.
My friend Saima.
Acha, and where is Saima?
Here only.
Okay, she is just besides you. And what makes her so very special?
To be kind with me and always helping me.
She's always helping you in the nations and every time.
No.
She does not help you in exam.
No.
She does not help you in exam at all.
No, sir. Actually, we are studying together.
You study together, so that way she helps you in the examination. Good. So, and what do you want to become?
Oh, doctor.
Oh, again, let me ask, how many doctors in the house? कम हो गए रे Hands down. Nice. So, good. So, have you decided which field of medicine, or just like फिलहाल तो doctor बाद में सब कुछ?
No, sir, neurologist.
You want to be a neurologist? Clap your hands. I mean, why the question was asked to understand how serious she is with regard to her career path. I think you have that spark within yourself. May God bless you to become that.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Can we pass on to the further front row? Please pass on to the front row. A girl in the green dress. Good afternoon. Oh my
Good
God.
afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And what is your name?
Memna Mohammed.
And you're coming straight from your school?
No.
No. And you wore the dress for the program? Yes. So that is the beauty of having Children's Day. They speak it out loud. Mamuna, who is your favorite person on this planet?
Mamu.
Mamu. I love you. Thank you. Sit down. Okay. Anyone else? I think in another 2 or 3 minutes, he said 3 minutes? Okay. So he'll be there. We'll start off. Sheza, you want to say something? If you are ready with something, please come and say quickly. And all those, as I said, one participant from each school, I think they are already here waiting. Okay. Whoever wants to speak it out, please come this side. Come up, Sheza. Those who want to speak about India of my dreams. Chalo. Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sheza Jahan from grade 2.
I have students who are going to come and speak on India of my dreams.
Good afternoon to all. My name is Memuna. I am studying in Standard 5 in Rosary Convent High School. Now I stand before you to speak on the topic India of my dreams. Dreams are quite natural. One always dreams about his future. Yes, I too dream of my future, but I have some wonderful dreams about my country, India. I'm proud to be an Indian. All of you know the richness and greatness of it. India has a large variety of tradition and culture. Unity and diversity is a beautiful idea. India is the best example for it. People of different types live here with peace and harmony. There are different people with different languages, but they all live together as a family. We must encourage love and harmony in the society. Being Indians, we have a lot of responsibilities on us. We are doing well at the moment. The country is in progress. But I want certain things to be better here. Such changes will make our country the best in the world. I want to see India as a developed nation today. There are many poor people in our country. They should be made economically safe. Everyone should be happy and satisfied in the country. The India of my dreams is free from all evils. Today, our society is suffering with corruption. I want to see India free from corruption. Today, there is a lot of change in our society. Some are very poor, whereas some are very rich. This difference should be removed. I dream of an India where all are equal. I want to see India performing well in some sports and games. In Olympics too. I want to see India winning some medals. And we all know today's children are tomorrow's citizens. Let us try to break the chains of poverty and corruption. We must have a dream of our country. It should be the example of the whole world. This we will proudly call ourselves Indian. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Yeah. I think immediately next one should walk. We will not be announcing each one's name. One after the other, please walk. adjust the mic accordingly.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. I am Khuteja Afra, studying in 10th standard in Prime Year School of Excellence. Firstly, I would like to wish you all a very happy Children's Day. Children are like budding stars. The more you embrace them, the more they shine. Just like that, a child's dream is very important as well. Speaking of dreams, I fantasize about the country of my dreams, hoping that dreams come true. Hoping that my dreams come true. Politically, the India of my dreams would be a strong and prosperous democracy with equal rights for every citizen. India of my dreams would be a clean and green nation. In India of my dreams, there would be women who can walk freely on the road and would feel safe outside, even during the night. In India, people are like... In India of my dreams, there would be peace and harmony in every corner of the India. I would like to have a dream where my India would be at the top and would reach the greatest heights, highest standards of cleanliness and hygiene would be maintained in the country of my dreams. I hope to wake up to a country where disparate issues like gender disparities and social prejudice, economic despairs will no longer be hindrance to the people's growth and happiness. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope we all make a step towards a better India together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I would request the school leaders, if they are there, I think Azmat sir is there and Manan sir is there. Sir, please, if you could come on to the dais and encourage these children upstairs, please. Send Azmat sir also, if he's there. Please come, please come. The next girl. I think more of so, because there are Essay 1 examinations going on. Yes, sir. Please. Because there are Essay 1 examinations going on. The students have had this challenge of, preparing themselves, and it was a very short notice. But still, I think the girls and the boys, inshallah, too, will be performing well. You can go on.
A very good afternoon to one and all. I am TRYST of 9th standard from Changrila English School, Golconda. First of all, I would like to wish you all a happy Children's Day. I am really thankful for giving me this opportunity to present my idea upon this topic, India of my dreams. We all know that India is a country where people of all cultures and religions coexist together. I suppose that each of us has dreamed about some version of India. I, being an Indian, solemnly respect every person who have a greater and higher dream towards India. India of my dream would be a country where women's safety is prioritized. A dream of pollution-free India for which we have to be educated, be responsible and abide the rules of government. A dream of a place where deforestation be discouraged. A place where everyone is educated and use it as a sophisticated tool for country's development. A place where child labor is strongly condemned. A place where there is freedom of equality, uncorrupted system, unbiased education, etc. I vision to see India become more scientifically, technologically and agriculturally sophisticated. At last, I dream of India which have unprejudiced elections, just voting, impartial countings and a government of our choice which can lead our country to a better place. Last but not the least, I would like to salute the efforts, struggles and sacrifices of all our freedom fighters, because of whom India is what India is today and because of whom we can dream of India of our choice. Thank you for being such patient listeners. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Yeah, the next person should please walk immediately. Welcome. We have a strong representative of the boys. I think the boys can give him a huge round of applause. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Syed Saif Ahmed. I am studying in 10th class. I am from Knowledge High School. Today I am talking about the India of my dreams. I have few points to make our India more better. The India of my dreams would be a country that is entirely self-sufficient in all areas. I want India to be technologically advanced, agriculturally advanced, and as well as scientifically better. I am proud of my country where the agriculture is the backbone and pushes the GDP ahead. I am proud that I live in a country with so rich soil containing minerals that helps in agriculture and promote farming. My first point is women empowerment. My biggest dream is to see women's empowerment in all areas. I am happy to see women are becoming independent and can take up family responsibilities. However, many things need to be worked on women's empowerment in India, such as stopping female feticide, promoting safety and equality in organization, etc. In rural areas of India, there are still some cases of women feticide and physical attacks, endangering a woman's life. For instance, generally, everywhere, the delivery person who comes to our door are men. There are nearly zero women who accept such type of jobs. Instead, they choose to be a housewife, which should not be an ideal situation. Thankfully, our Indian government, along with NGOs and social groups, are working towards the safety and empowerment of women in India. I want women in my country to be free from social stigma and live an independent life. My second point is empowering poor. The rich are becoming richer, but the poor are becoming poorer. But the middle class has been standing in the same situation ever since. This should not be the ideal situation for India. The more this gap will be, the more our country and our people will suffer. I want India of my dream should be a place where every poor people should get empowerment, face no poverty, do not starve, and get a proper roof to live. Poor kids get an education so they are confident to face world and have a successful life. There should be no gap in between rich and the poor. In my opinion, socialism is the only remedy to overcome the problem. My third point is employment opportunity. The India of my dream would be every individual should get employment opportunities. Unfortunately, young people with great talent are unable to find right jobs due to corruption, quota, and reference. So my dream is that deserving candidates should get the job. My fourth point is no more caste discrimination. The caste discrimination has been the major hurdle in the growth of Indian society. In some villages of our country, there are some people still facing caste discrimination. I am thankful to social groups who are working hard to bring down caste discrimination issues and give equal opportunities to people. My fifth point is corruption. I want my country to be corrupt-free. My dream is to see people performing a task without taking any bribes. My sixth point is good infrastructure and sanitation. My dream is to see India with good infrastructure and sanitation. I hope the government will work on needs of people what they deserve. My dream is to make our country more hygienic with good infrastructure and sanitation. My seventh point is technological growth. India has seen rapid growth in the field of technology, but I want it to grow at an ever greater pace and attain newer heights and makes it among the first-rate countries. And at the last, my conclusion on it. India of my dreams would be an ideal country where every citizen will work with pride and have a confidence in it. The future generation needs a life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was good to hear point-wise. And he also had an answer to the rising unemployment and poverty. He said socialism is the answer, which I think some of us will agree, some of us will not. But still, nicely worked upon and very nicely stated, mashallah. Next, can we have the next speaker, please?
A very warm good afternoon to everyone present here. This is Zaiba Noshin representing Alliance International High School, Golconda. Now I stand before you all to speak few words in the topic, India of my dream. I have a wonderful dreams about my country. India is a land of sacrifice. India is a land of peace. India is a land of prosperity.
It's the best example for the rich variety of cultures and traditions. And different languages are spoken here, but we all live together as a family. I dream of India that will free itself from communal tensions. I dream of India where everyone is free, everyone is educated. There is employment for all. And as per Jawaharlal Nehru ji, a brave, young and aspiring youth is the only foundation on which a future nation can be built. And blessed is our country as it has aspiring youth. I, being a part and a parcel of India, has an idea of India printed in my mind like a silhouette. I dream of India that will make a skyrocketed progress in making and embracing Swadeshi by scrutinizingly and overhauling our education system that teaches us to create. I dream of India that will free itself from communal tensions, corruption, nepotism, red tapeism. I look forward to a new India which celebrates and welcomes pluralism and where we don't have to march to seek justice. I dream of India where modern technology doesn't rush the mind of youth, and we are not just taught to become real heroes in social media platform but become national heroes on national platform. I dream of India where I and you become the torch bearers of change, because individual effort is a dire need to seize the momentum. I dream of India where farmers are equally respected as any other professions. I dream of India where no one is afraid of speaking truth, and there is no system for corruption, nepotism. There is no discrimination between men and women. This is the India of my dream, India I want to live. Now I would like to end up my words with these following lines. Where the head is held high, where the mind is without fear, into the heavens of freedom, oh God, let my country awake. Thank you.
I think that was a student who was talking about, we had one boy who was talking about socialism, and here we've got something to understand the points of nepotism and red tapeism and other things. I think, yeah, please.
Thank you. The world is the body and India is its life. Everybody in this world has a desire that the nation in which they reside must excel in every sector. It is pleasing to hear people talking good about our nation and its people. I have a desire to see my nation as it appears in my dreams. So, good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Safa Fatima, and I am from Madina High School, 10th grade. I will be enlisting about few important things that I really want to change to make the nation look like the nation of my dreams. Can you imagine what will happen if the name of India is mentioned on top in this world for every good aspect? It will fill us with great cheer and pride. Every one of us would have the desire of making India according to our own dreams. We all have different perspectives on and opinions on this topic. It is an imaginative topic that gives wings to your power of imagination. I have a great love for my nation, and thus it is very painful to hear anything wrong about my nation from anyone. I have studied about the elegance of the nation, but the reality of the condition inside the nation is saddening. They never think of the nation before doing anything wrong. I dream of India to be free of every type of corruption, discrimination, and injustice. I have a desire that people, instead of being jealous, would develop the habit of appreciating and motivating others for becoming successful. I wish that I could make it a reality. Whenever I dream of a nation of my own kind, I want to see the happiness on everyone's face. Nobody must be discriminated against on any grounds, and people should greatly contribute to the development of the nation. I want people in my nation to be educated so that they can avail good job opportunities, and there must be an end to the issues of poverty and illiteracy. There are different factors that need to be looked upon for bringing change, for looking India according to our dreams. An environment that is absolutely clean, green and pollution free. My ideal India will be clean, green and safe for everyone. People will appreciate the lush vegetation, clean air and pollution free surroundings. India of my dreams will maintain the highest standards of cleanliness and hygiene. Citizens will take an active role in cleaning up India so that everyone can live in a healthy environment. I dream about an India with good infrastructure and cleanliness. Many settlements suffer from inadequate sanitation and infrastructure. The Indian government needs to focus on these issues so that people get what they deserve. And sanitation is something that they deserve. Sanitation is crucial because it allows people in the community, particularly women, to avoid developing health problems. Corruption. Corruption is the underlying hurdle of a country's development problems. A country will flourish quickly if our government and political system are free of corruption. The bribery system will be abolished and all bureaucrats will be held to a higher standards of ethics and accountability. Every government employee will be accountable for their work. As a result, the India of my dreams will be free of corruption. Women empowerment. Women are valued everywhere in the India of my dreams. They have equal power and rights. They are considered as a vital member of the family with the ability to make decisions and have financial autonomy. They must be provided with a secure atmosphere, free of crimes when they are outside or at the workplace. And even at home, they will receive equal wages as their male counterparts. They must feel comfortable and secure to channel their entire potential. ही सही वक्त निकालिए अपने वतन के लिए. जय हिंद. Thank you.
I think 2-4 मिनट ही नहीं वक्त निकालिए अपने वतन के लिए. अपनी जिंदगी की मेहनतों को इस हिसाब से अपने आप को आपको तराशना है कि आप एक बड़ा असासा बन जाएं इस मुल्क के लिए इंशाल्लाह.
Development is not about factories, dams and roads. It's about the people. Good afternoon everyone present here. I am Saad Abdul Khader from Little Flower High School, Abbots, Hyderabad. It was in the year 1947 when our motherland India gained independence from the British. That was a time when all our freedom fighters and great social thinkers thought about our India and its people for improvement in every field of development and living a life with peace and zeal. Today, we experience a lot of discrimination, corruption, inequalities, and many more irrespective acts in our society. We all adore our country and have a strong bond with this historic land. We want India to be prosperous and happy. Each one of us has a different vision of how India should develop and thrive. For me, India should be a peaceful and harmonious country. People will be filled with zeal, joy and compassion. I imagine an India in which everyone has a strong value system and everyone is treated fairly. In my mind's eye, India is a place where people live in self-sufficient communities, where there is honest health and cleanliness. Diseases today have become a very major part in a one person's society. Diseases which haven't even heard before are emerging today. I imagine a clean and green India where there is life suitable for every living being on earth. I imagine an India where there is biodiversity spread across every corner of the nation. The India of my imagination will be honest and filled with prosperity and generosity. The nation will be corruption-free. Bribery will be outlawed and every government employee will be held responsible for their actions. My imagined India will have every person employed. No single person will sleep without food. There will be enough job opportunities for everyone, irrespective of their caste, creed, or color. Women are valued everywhere in my fantasy India. They have the same authorities and rights as men. They are treated as the vital member of the family, capable of making decisions and having financial independence. Last but not the least, my India will be a country in which every person will be educated and child labor will be abolished. We can make my dream India only when all the people of the country contribute to be a good and a responsible citizen. So, let's live for the country, do for our country, and die for our country. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you. Can we have the next speaker, please? I would request you, because 3 o'clock we have to start our session, so please confine to the time. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to one and all. My name is Fatima Zeenat from Lohia's Little Angels. I am studying in 10th grade. In India of my dream should have to be the place where there is a freedom of equality to all citizens. I want poverty to leave my country and each individual to get enough food to survive. In the Indias of my dreams, there has to be peace and harmony. There has to be no crime nor any harm to the common man. There should be no caste discrimination, no religion bias. It should be a country where women are safe and can move out freely. I feel India will be a country when every citizen follow the rules of law and supports their nation and do something to make our country as a better place. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my view. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good afternoon everyone. My name is Mirza Abdul Basit Beg of the school Madina High School, and today I shall be here to speak on the topic India of my dreams. I say this with a mixture of anger and sadness that this nation is not what our founders wanted. Our founders wanted communal harmony. They wanted a growing economy. They wanted people to live proper lives. But we are not in that situation right now. We have seen right-wing nationalism rise in this country since 2014, and it has been rising since before that. But now it can be visibly seen. The economy has basically been monopolized by a few corporate bourgeois, and we are now in a situation where we have more than 10 million people in unemployment. We have people who live in dirty gullies, who have no access to clean water, who do not have basic sanitation. And yet, nothing has been done. Now what is the solution to this? The solution is very simple, and that being the economy has to be reoriented from laissez-faire to more welfare and labor-oriented. Our labor laws must first of all be strengthened to make sure that the corporations cannot get away with exploitation. We must invest as much as needed into making sure that our communities have basic healthcare, education, that they should have all facilities for them to lead a normal life. That is all. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon one and all. My name is Maimuna Onisa. I am from Khul Welfare Society. I would like to welcome you all to this amazing event. Topic of my speech is India of my dream. You will be surprised to know that I don't have any India of my dream. Because the India which I am living in is not less than a dream. The world's second most populated nation with more than 30 religions, 19,000 languages and dialects, and with thousands of bright and colorful festivals is something which a human dream, and I am proud to be an Indian. But as we all know that we have a darker side too. And we also know that a beautiful shining moon also has a stain on it. And we still admire it. We can't fix the stain of the moon, but we can make our India more beautiful just by being a positive human and spreading smile all over. I don't have any India of dream. The India which I am living in is a dream to me, and I'm happy to live in this dream. Happy Children's Day. Thank you and have a nice day.
How often have you felt nostalgic thinking about our glorious past, and how often you envy on seeing some of the developed countries in the world? I'm sure you all might have gone through these feelings time and again. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Akifa Zaidi from Little Flower High School, and I'm standing here to speak on the topic, India of my dreams. Often I get frustrated and demotivated on seeing some of the issues which plague our nation even after 75 years of independence. The biggest one is corruption, which has spread its tentacles in almost all government departments. I always dreamt of an India which races past other countries in various development indexes. And for the same, I wish one day India is among the top nations with the least corruption in the world. And this is possible only when people become real patriots and also change their mindset, behavior, and approach towards corruption. We need good, selfless leaders who are not governed by greed and are not power hungry. A leader who puts country first before religion, caste, political party, and who works for the entire nation and not only for a selected few. I need an India which is having more tolerance towards all religions and even respect each other's beliefs. A place where agenda of winning elections should be development and not caste, creed, and religion. I wish India does better on space front and also become a leader with highest number of patents and discoveries happening here on the scientific front. There is a lot of work that need to be done on infrastructure development, and the economic benefits of prosperity should reach the remotest part of the country and even to each and every member of marginalized communities. We need people to change their attitude towards cleanliness. I wish an India which is much, much more cleaner. It may be difficult to change behavior of older generations, but we all can definitely work on new generation and their education system. The nation may reap desired results when these kids grow up. We have 4 pillars of democracy. The judiciary, media, legislative, and executives should function with more autonomy, and they should work independently free of all interferences. The bodies like Election Commission and law enforcers should also be free from political interferences as well. I'm ending my speech with a quote by Alfred Thompson. A nation's culture resides in the heart and the soul of its people. Thank you. Have a good day.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। मेरा नाम सैयद जाहिद अली है। मैं 9वीं जमात का तालिबे इल्म हूँ। मेरे स्कूल का नाम द राइजिंग स्टार नेशनल हाई स्कूल है। मैं आज ख्वाबों के देश की ताबीर पेश करना चाह रहा हूँ। भारत एक ऐसा देश है जहाँ पर मुख्तलिफ ज़ुबानें और मज़हब एक दूसरे के साथ मिलजुल कर रहते हैं। मेरे सपनों का भारत ऐसा हो कि वो तेज़ी के साथ तरक्की करे और सबसे कामयाब मुल्क कहलाए। मेरे ख्वाबों का मुल्क भारत ऐसा हो जहां पर हर किसी को तालीम मिले और रोज़गार फराहम हो। मेरे ख्वाबों का मुल्क ऐसा हो जहां पर मज़हब या ज़ुबान से उनकी पहचान ना हो। मेरे ख्वाबों का भारत ऐसा हो जो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के अलावा भी हर फील्ड में आगे हो। मेरे सपनों का भारत रिश्वत से आज़ाद हो और लोगों की भलाइयाँ एक ही मकसद होगा। मेरे सपनों का भारत ऐसा हो जहां पर हर मर्द और औरत को बराबर का हक हासिल हो। मेरे सपनों का भारत ऐसा हो जहां पर खेत हरियाली से भरे हुए हो और हर घर में अनाज भरा होगा और हर किसी मजबूर की मौत भूख से ना होगी। मेरे सपनों का भारत ऐसा हो जहां पर हर लोग अपने आप को खुश और महफूज पाए। क्या आप सब जानते हैं कि इंसान की बुनियादी ज़रूरतें क्या है? क्या आप सब जानते हैं कि इंसान की बुनियादी ज़रूरतें क्या है? रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान और बेहतरीन सेहत, क्या ये सब हमारे फराहम हो रहा है अपनी हुकूमत से? नहीं हो रहा है। क्यों? देश की हुक्मरान अपनी तिजोरियां भर रहे हैं और वो आवाम का हक खा रहे हैं। दिल से निकलेगी ना मरकर भी वतन की उल्फत, दिल से निकलेगी ना मरकर भी वतन की उल्फत, मेरी मिट्टी से भी खुशबुए वफा आएगी।
क्या बात।
वल्लाह के ये मुल्क खुदादार रहेगा, वल्लाह के ये मुल्क खुदादार रहेगा, आज़ाद था, आज़ाद है, आज़ाद रहेगा। Thank you so much.
If the children are coming, I guess this is the last girl who's going to speak, and after that we'll be moving ahead with our first session. I welcome our esteemed panelists. Dr. Nazia has come, Maria Madam has come, and Dr. Aryasri has come. Yeah.
Good afternoon, one and all. Respected teachers, principals, and my dear friends. Myself, Amina. I am studying in 9th standard from the Rising Star National High School. Today, I am here to speak about India of my freedoms. India is a multicultural and multi-religious country. First of all, tell me, India is a developed country or developing country? India is a developing country. And my dream of India is to join the list of developed countries, not developing countries. And after getting education in good schools, private colleges, good private schools, they are paying in lakhs. After that, they are not getting a proper job. Can anyone give me this answer? Why they are not getting a proper job? Yes? Yes, and when they are working in our country, they are getting very less salary. They are getting very low salary. And according to my dream, government have to encourage the educated and skilled employees. And why the people are preferring to take the admissions to their children in private schools? Why not in government schools? As government provides so many facilities, food, books, etc.
A nice manthan is happening. I believe she's asking some good questions and you people have to respond. She's preparing the ground for the next session.
Why the people are interested to take the admissions to their children in private schools? Why not in government schools? Because government have not providing better education, right?
But I personally believe, okay, this is like we are becoming too very critical about this particular topic. to be very frank, as of now, the government schools also, the TEMRIS also, they are investing a good amount. Only thing is there is a trust deficit which is there. That is point one. And of course, there are many reasons of why people are not opting to the government schools. Not alone that the government schools are bad and that's why children are not going there. It's like, I personally feel that. I won't allow from a stage anything bad about any institution, whether it is a government or private, has to be delivered. Okay? That is one thing which I would say.
And my dream of India would be a place where peoples are not discriminated against on the basis of religious or caste. It would be a place where men's and women's are treated as equally. In my dream of India would be a place where peace and harmony will be there. In my dream of India will be peace and harmony. And I dreamed that India was developed in science and technology and implemented in India. And this all about in my dreams of India. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, beta. I think that was a good session. एक बात ये कहता चलूँ कि the best gift anybody can get is being heard. Is being heard. उसको सुनना. You know what? If you understand this, महात्मा गांधी हो या पंडित नेहरू हो, अंग्रेज सरकार को अपनी आवाज़ पहुंचाने के लिए जितनी जिद्दोजहद उन्होंने की है, चाहे वो एनी फॉर्म्स ऑफ सत्याग्रह हो या कोई भी वॉक हो, दैट इज द बिगेस्ट गिफ्ट. मदर टेरेसा सेड द वर्स्ट डिजीज इज बीइंग अनवांटेड. जब कोई तुम्हारे साथ रहना नहीं चाहता, तुम्हारे बारे में सुनना नहीं चाहता है, दैट इज द वर्स्ट डिजीज which any person can get. And I believe personally, the best gift is being heard. कोई तुमको सुनने वाला हो. And I think we have given that gift to all our children from this platform. We have heard what they dream their nation to be. I think all the participants who have participated here deserve a huge round of applause. And to sum up, I would request the people on the dais to give their valuable comments in 1 or 2 lines, and then we'll proceed with the first session.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Mannan Arshad and I'm the correspondent of Golden Jubilee High School from Langar House. An extremely amazing session. I was really impressed by the talent of the students who have come upon the stage and spoken so bravely and so clearly. A very large applause for all the students who have spoken so eloquently. And along with it, please, we are a young nation right now and we still have a long way to go. After listening to all these students, I feel that our country is in a very good and strong hands. Along with it, I would just like to add one more thing. History teaches us that any country who has succeeded has invested itself in its research and development. This is what history has taught us. And in the present scenario, in today's age, look at China. What China was 40 years ago and what it is right now. Although the population of India and China is almost the same, but the technological revolution that China has brought in the world, it's amazing. I would request all the students and the schools to encourage our students to go to YouTube, read or understand the points in which the country has developed. Also, along with China, a very controversial country which many of you might not like it, but it's Israel. Let's not hate the country for what it is doing to our Muslim brothers. Let us try to learn from where it has come and what it is right now. Israel is a country which is leading in technological revolution. No other country in the world is so advanced as Israel. Let us forget what it has done. Let us try to imbibe what it is doing. Get into their revolution, try to learn from their inventions, try to learn from their discoveries, and try to incorporate it in our old lives. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Very good afternoon. Happy Children's Day. माशाल्लाह आप लोगों के ख़यालात सुनकर बहुत खुशी हुई और ये उम्मीद भी हुई कि हमको हमारा फ्यूचर बहुत रोशन नज़र आता है हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के ज़रिए। लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि ये इस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स में हम बच्चे स्पीचेस देते हैं और टीचर्स या कोई पॉलिटिशियन को बुलाए तो वो बहुत अच्छी स्पीच देकर चले जाते हैं, लेकिन कौन चेंज करेगा ये रियलिटी को? चेंज करना किसके हाथ में है? आपका जो ख्वाब है वो ख्वाब की ताबीर किसके हाथ में है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर रेडी टू चेंज इंडिया? ओके, वेरी गुड. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर रेडी टू चेंज योर सेल्फ? नाइस. जब हम बदलेंगे तो देश बदलेगा, सारा समाज बदलेगा, सारा जहां बदलेगा. तो यही उम्मीद करते हैं कि हम एक एजुकेटेड हों, अवेयर हों अपने ड्यूटीज़ और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ से, और हम अपने को चेंज करें, अपने समाज को चेंज करने का अज़्म लेकर साथ चलें. थैंक यू.
Adab everyone, I am Faiz Jung from Khul Welfare Society. First of all, Happy Children's Day to each one of you. और मैं एक दो शेर पढ़ना चाहूँगा कि मेरे अशार किसी को न सुनाने देना, जब मैं दुनिया से चला जाऊँ तो मुझे जाने देना. सुना है कि बारिश में भी स्कूल खुला करते हैं, मत भेजना वहाँ बच्चों को नहाने देना. सुना है कि बारिश में भी स्कूल खुला करते हैं, मत भेजना वहाँ बच्चों को नहाने देना. मत कहना कि बिखर जाएं तो क्या होता है, मत कहना कि बिखर जाएं तो क्या होता है, नई नस्लों को नए ख्वाब सजाने देना. थैंक यू.
The session ends with a characteristic Faiz Jung style. Faiz Jung is a founder of Hyderabad Arts and Cultural Community also, and he's a very, very polished poet for me, I believe. I think every one of us, thank you so much for this. Thank you everyone. I think we'll proceed with our first session.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sana Samreen, and I welcome all of you for the first interactive session. Destiny of a nation is a shape in its classrooms. Classrooms are the window to develop one personality and achieve the highest potential of self. As we intend to make a new TRYST with destiny, it is important that children are made aware of new expectations of the educators. And so, we have with us Dr. A.R. Arisri Sir, the former Director of JNTU Hyderabad, and Ms. Maria Tabassum, Director, Madina Group of Institute. I request them to please come on the dais amidst a huge round of applause. May I now call upon Dr. Sayyid Shafiuddin Ejaz Sir, a group, Shangri-La Group of Institute, to kindly progress with program. Thank you, ma'am.
If you can just present the bouquets to Maria madam and Arya Sri sir. Thank you. Ma'am. Just stand for the photograph. Ma'am, just stand for the photograph. So finally we are here to hear from the experts. A huge round of applause once again for my sake, for all our esteemed guests, and I would like to add on. ये एक ऐसा सेशन है which is not going to be a boring one way कि भाई माइक लेके आपको बस बोला जा रहा है, बोला जा रहा है, बोला जा रहा है. हम जब से we are trying to create an environment of asking questions, because my guru Dr. Arya Sri sir, who is over here, जिनके हाथ पे मैंने PhD की है, he always says one thing कि keep asking questions, कि जब कभी आप you ask questions, you explore yourself and you get many, many, many answers. And these answers spring up from, we don't know from where the darkness of all your brains. All right. So students, ek baat. Let me talk about the crowd before I start. Ma'am, we are having about 15 schools participating with 5, 10 students from every school. Thank you all the school leaders, the teachers and the students for coming over here and gracing this occasion as a part of Children's Day. You are the most important person. Yeah. Okay. So a small request, all those people who are there in the last, please leave no chair unoccupied in the front. The panel requests you to please occupy the chairs in the front. Please get up, come on. पीछे थोड़ी ना पॉपकॉर्न मिल रहा है, आ जाओ सामने. Please come to the front. Please come to the front and occupy places. So that we feel that yes, you are being heard and you are hearing. Sir, the schools which are here, the demographics, if you see, they are from all the parts of the city. They are from different types of, they are run by different types of managements. We have Christian missionary schools over here. We have Muslim minorities. We have the non-minority schools, everyone. So here I think it is an inclusive set of population which is over here. And the topic which we are going to discuss on is the destiny of a nation is shaped in the classrooms. और ये बच्चे वो बच्चे, those who have experienced both the types of classrooms, the classrooms as well as the virtual classrooms. अब बताओ virtual classrooms अच्छे थे, नहीं physical classrooms are good. virtual classrooms मस्त है ना, mute करो, video off करो, मैडम network नहीं आ रहा, खत्म, class हो गई, attendance तो पड़ गई. नहीं? You all enjoy physical classrooms? Okay, why? What do you like the most in the class? Interaction with the teachers. बेटा मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, boring sessions रखे तो अभी 3:30 को खत्म कर देते हम लोग. You have to interact, okay? So what is the best thing you like? Interaction. Yes? Teachers की डांट. अगर सर थोड़े सर्स मारते शायद, I don't know, कभी कभी गुस्से में बोलोगी मार. No, you don't like. ठीक है, चलिए. Let us start the discussion. थोड़ा बड़ा. Let us start the discussion now. बड़ा करो थोड़ा. Sir, before we start, मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था कि if at all we look at our traditional system of education, wherein we had the ashrams, we had the khanqahs or whatever kind of system of education we had. Classroom was not just 4 walls. एक आश्रम हो या किसी की खानका हो, वहां पर the holistic education which was imparted to an individual, not only the concepts of science, mathematics or literature, holistically a child was developed. And we have seen what such classrooms have brought to this nation. If you look, Aurobindo Ghosh's ashram or Rabindranath Tagore's ashram, or if you look at the Darul Uloom Deoband, Maulana Mahmud Hassan's Khanqa which was there, these people created individuals who had that urge to fight for independence. And now classroom has, or a school, सिर्फ एक ऐसी जगह बन गई है which is a service provider like Vodafone or this thing, wherein the mindset of the parents, students, teachers supposedly looks or seems to be like, we have given this amount as a fee and the child is being taught something. I would want your opinion कि teachers classrooms को, बच्चे classrooms को ऐसा कैसा तब्दील करें कि बच्चों की रूह पे उसका असर हो. The teachers have to have an impact on the soul of the children. I would want your inputs, if at all.
Friends, happy Children's Day. He has used one wonderful word, soul. Soul of the institution. In fact, today, What we are missing is this type of inner development. Inner development. Everybody thinks that getting a degree, getting a certificate, school completion certificate, or getting a job, marriage, children, everybody thinks that that's the development. Definitely it is development, no doubt about it. But where are we heading? Are we bringing out the best in yourself? See, today, our attention span also has come down. Attention span, मतलब क्या है? जब हम पढ़ाते हैं, earlier we used to give lecture for 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. बच्चे क्लास में टिकते थे. They were there in the class. Not even one student goes out. I invited one IIM professor to my classroom in JNTU when I was director there, and my students were not serious in the class. कभी कोई जाता है, कोई अंदर आता है, for different reasons. Sometimes as teachers we are also responsible for not making them stick to the class. See, my students in JNTU, I don't know, did you hear about JNTU? JNTU is a बहुत बड़ा university है. It's a state-owned university like Usmania University. Many people may be knowing Usmania University, and JNTU may be. I was director for a long time. At that time, normally in university, all grown people will come, like 20 years, 21 years, or 19 years. Those children, we don't really believe in putting a lot of discipline under their head. We give them little freedom also. And we also know that students do not go out of the class unless some urgency is there. We give that type of benefit of doubt or whatever it is. But my professor who came from IIM Ahmedabad, he was not of that type. He said, nothing doing, get out. Not get out, get in and be in the class, that's it. Because he came only for delivering one lecture in the class as my friend, he did not really pounce on the students. He was not very angry with the student, but he was angry with me. Why your students are so restless? Why your students are not really paying attention? Why your students are not really serious about learning process? Those questions really hurt me. They really hurt me. So then I thought it is necessary that the students should be more serious about what they are doing in the classroom. But I'll tell you one thing. You attend classes, online classes, offline classes, blended, कुछ भी होने दो, वो जो चलता है रहेगा. I want you to spend 5 minutes time in a closed room with closed eyes. I'm not asking you to speak, to do meditation, etc., etc. वो meditation भी नहीं होता है. That is speaking to yourself. Speaking to yourself. Am I a good student? Am I a good father? Am I a good mother? Am I taking care of my children happily, satisfactorily? Am I doing my homework with a lot of attention, seriousness? How am I writing examinations? मैं जो याद कर रहा हूँ पूरा लिख पा रहा हूँ? Ask all these questions yourself. Make friendship with yourself. And that makes you grow with a lot of confidence. Somebody says you are not beautiful, somebody says you are handsome. Yes, बेकार की बातें. Real happiness comes, real beauty lies in yourself.
Self, क्या बात. Sir, intervention के लिए, I just wanted to ask कि how do these children, when you said speak to your own self, I think first thing is what is taught to us is doing our SWOT, knowing our strengths and knowing our weaknesses, knowing the opportunities we have and knowing our threats. We tell them sometimes, but the point is, किसी को अपनी पीठ नजर नहीं आती है. How do people identify their weaknesses?
इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, you close your eyes. Don't open your eyes. Close your eyes. Be honest to yourself. आपको क्या अच्छा लग रहा है, क्या अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. What you want to become after 10 years. Today is 2022. 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, down the line work करते जाओ.
Set your goals is what sir is trying to say. I think.
कागज पे लिखो. अगर जरूरत रहा, if you can talk to your father, talk to your mother, talk to your teachers. Teachers are your best friends. I cannot understand about myself. If I want to know something about myself, I can ask my student, boss, do you think I am doing a good job for you? Today we are seeing this type of environment where if my student comes and says, साहब I expected a lot of things from you, मगर आप अच्छा नहीं काम करें ना, तो मैं उनको उल्टा चढ़ जाता हूँ. Bloody, you are not a good student. You are not a serious student. I expect you to moon touch. I expect you to touch the moon. You're not even touching the stars. So मैं उसको उल्टा गाली दिया तो, I mean, purpose of this interaction, I was very happy when you said interaction. Interaction should be with yourself. I was telling you, before you interact with others, interact with yourself. Interact with yourself. आपको जो अच्छा नहीं लगा, कागज में लिखो. And one of the dignitaries was telling, are you prepared to change yourself? And many people have raised their, including myself. But when I sleep in the night, when I realize that yesterday I did not go to class fully prepared, day before yesterday I did not go to class fully prepared, at least tomorrow I should go to the class fully prepared, so that I can give the best to the students.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
So this type of soul searching is important. कभी कभी क्या होता है, when you make this type of soul searching, sometimes some bad things also, I don't really know human being is a bad person, I'm telling you. Okay? Perfect, less perfect, okay? Lesser perfect, least perfect, ऐसा होता है. Perfect तो है. थोड़ा what I should say, goodness is there. They are all good people. Some people are best people. Some people are better people. Some people are good people. Some people are bad people.
Sir ji,
some people are
बुरा जो देखन में चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई. बुरा जो देखन में चला, बुरा न मिलिया कोई. जो दिल खोजो आपना, मुझसा बुरा न कोई.
Perspective is important. Perspective is important. You have to see with from the life. See, life is a lens. Life is a lens. Contact lens. Okay. Now, usko perspective, like if you see and you can really see the VIBGR, rainbow, if you see from the right perspective.
Perfect.
For that, you should be good person. Perfect. If I am a bad person, I cannot find goodness also in the society. है कि नहीं? I should not speak more, madam.
No, sir. Sir, आपकी बात सुनते रहे बस. Such a senior person is sitting here with me on the dais. And first of all, thank you, Dr. Shafi, for organizing this.
Thank you.
And very happy to see all these bright young faces on a very happy day, that is the Children's Day. So we all had a lot of fun in our school. I was just in uniform, actually. I changed to come here. All our teachers were in uniforms today.
Achha.
So, see, first of all, the question that was posed by Dr. Shafi, it is a very intriguing one. Like, why the education system has deteriorated. So on this, I would first like to tell a share as the custom is going on. And Dr. Shafi है सामने तो बोलना ज़रूरी है एक शेर. तू इधर उधर की बात न कर, ये बता के काफिला क्यों लुटा. तू इधर उधर की बात न कर, ये बता के काफिला क्यों लुटा. मुझे रहज़नों से गिला नहीं, तेरी रहबरी का सवाल है. So again, we are questioning ourselves. Actually, first we have to question ourselves. We are the educationists. We are supposed to give you the best. Okay, not only us, but the government is supposed to give the best. We are trying to improvise, but I think कहीं हमसे ही कोई कमी रह जाती है कि maybe the students are not performing that well, or we are not able to get the 100% holistic development of the child that we want to. See, as sir was remembering, like in our days when we were students, we would rush to the classroom to occupy the first seats. Now we have to tell the students, don't go to the last row, please come forward, there are benches here. We were always eager to show our answers, homework done first to the class teacher. Now the scenario has changed a bit. And there is some kind of carelessness, a careless attitude, and taking everything very easy. Maybe they feel like it has become a trend or something, too much of westernization. Take the good things from the West. Okay, no need to take the bad things. There are many, many bad things, which particularly during the online classes, I think they had more exposure to those things. And see, after the pandemic now, the situation throughout the world is the students' interest and their fervor, their hard work, everything has reduced. And most important, the time that they could concentrate on one thing, the attention span has reduced a lot. And we all, and particularly the students, they get so easily bored nowadays. And within few minutes, as soon as they get bored, they want to just waste their time idling their brain, just watching some videos, some 30-second shorts on Facebook or YouTube, whatever, reels, I don't know what all is there. By the time we catch up, there is another new product in the market. So these things, just 30 seconds is their attention span now. Even these people of the social media, they realize that, and that is why they're making smaller and smaller videos. So how will a student study? How will a student sit for 3 hours, as sir said, where we have attended lectures of 3 hours. Easily we could pay attention for 3 hours, but now it is really very difficult. And the parents also, let your children get bored. Because when they get bored, they think. So give your brain some time to think. Always there need not be some background noise, some music or some TV or something going on always. Just as sir said.
A chota sa comment on this also. I think every one of us would agree, the senior people who are sitting here, the teachers and all, the children have actually the span of attention, as sir pointed out. Dusri cheez hai the memorization capability. We don't remember numbers, we don't remember password, fingerprint bhi aa gaya abhi to. So even memorization is all finished. So that is one more observation.
We are not exercising our neurons. The more you work, the more the neurons grow, and many of you science students must be knowing this, that your brain needs to work. There are so many exercises which are given to the patients of Alzheimer's and all, so that their brain starts working. And you are not exercising your brain enough. That memorization, that is required. Nowadays they think that they will use calculators, they won't do calculations, but doing the mental mathematics, all these things will improve your skills.
And one more thing, I would like to take a comment on this, कि पहले के ज़माने में उस्ताद ही हुआ करते थे, that there was a teacher, हर डाउट आया तो आप टीचर के पास जाते थे. अभी now हज़रत Google is there. People ask, we still remember when I was studying at Little Flower, we had my English teacher, her name was Miss Vaz, and she was like, I asked, ma'am, this word, she used to just say, look up the dictionary, son, and everybody should have that dictionary. So जिसके पास dictionary होती थी वही हिम्मत करता था पूछने की. नहीं तो loud dictionary and we don't have it, and then there is another story which goes ahead. So dictionary, माने हर चीज it is just available right in front of you. तो इस तरह का एक system आया हुआ है in place. I think what do you have to say about Mr. Google and teacher?
Google is a very big problem. Like you said, without dictionary, without atlas, we would be punished. We would be standing outside the classroom. So anyhow, now the problem is Google can be a good thing as well as a very, very bad thing, because when you are searching for anything, you are getting information from millions of sources there, and we don't know which is authentic, which is not.
Absolutely.
And as children, it is impossible for you to identify what is authentic and what is not. So don't go to Google, refer your textbook. The books are the authentic ones. The exam is going to be from the books, not from Google. So that is one major...
I would like to second this. Dr. Nazia is over here, and I remember in the Deccan Chronicle on page 2, the modern day disease which is there, I don't know the name of it. It is something like, it sounds like mitochondria, and some kind of a chondria was there, wherein children are assessing themselves medically by typing in the symptoms on Google. Google पे सर में दर्द हो रहा, चक्कर आ रही, ये हो रहा, तो मेरे को क्या हुआ? अब उन्हें देता लिस्ट नीचे, ये हुआ, ये हुआ, ये हुआ, ये हुआ. So I think that is something which is a very big cause of concern. दूसरा क्या हो रहा है? So Google, as ma'am said, focus more on your textbooks is what teacher is what ma'am is saying. अच्छा, अभी थोड़ा सा ma'am, can we involve them into the discussion? Can we involve the students into the discussion?
Yeah, definitely.
Sir, if with your permission. Sir.
And don't bang us. We don't have answers for your questions.
नहीं. At that point of time, you can refer Google.
Sometimes it's very difficult to answer. Sometimes very difficult to answer questions of children. Okay. Now floor is open.
Guys, I want every one of you to please welcome Dr. S.K. Joshi sir with a huge round of applause. Dr. S.K. Joshi sir is the former Chief Secretary. He is a very senior bureaucrat, and he is here for our next session. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome. So now we'll have the audience interaction session. आप लोगों की आवाज़ ज़रा ज़ोर से एक बार निकाल के बताइए. Are you with me? So mic in the audience is not needed. You can speak up loudly. I would ask few questions, and I would like to have replies from the students. Point number 1. How many of you are very happy with the way the classes happen in your school? Hands up. Okay. Hands down. Imagine a day wherein आपको, अच्छा मेरे को ये बताओ, क्लास में टीचर पढ़ा रहे हैं, घर जाने के बाद क्या करना है वो बोल रहे हैं, फिर आप अपने आप को कैसा एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं? क्लास में जो टीचर, whatever teacher has to explain, she is explaining in the class, and she is giving something to do back home. अब आप ये बताओ, आप अपने आप को, मेरे को ये करना था, मेरे को एक नई चीज़ सीखना था. When are you doing that? कौन करते सर वो सब, वही बहुत है पढ़े सोच. ऐसा है क्या? How are you exploring yourself? Is there anybody who is doing that? We would be very happy. Yes, Basit. Basit, right? Yeah. Because you just now spoke, I know your name now. You write blogs and you write stories to it. Nice. Good. You have a huge round of applause. And others take nice selfies and explore yourselves. This profile is good, that profile is good. Yeah, you want to say something? You write poetry. Faiz, she writes poetry. Good, good, good. Please sit. How many of you have explored something new about yourself? I am good at this. Come on, guys. We want to know. I am good at this. I am good at, she said, poetry. He says, I write blogs. I am good at, it might be, boys.
Shafi, I would like to tell one point. Whether you like or not, you should by heart certain poetries, certain poems. You have to by heart. You may not understand the word to word meaning, doesn't matter. You have to by heart. पहले पढ़ना सीखो, मीनिंग्स सीखो, ये दोनों आपको नहीं आए तो भी आप by heart करो. Memorizing, what madam said. These will be useful for you to put you as a responsible human being or citizen tomorrow. When you speak to forums like this, fora like this, the way you impress people will be phenomenal. For example, we had one speaker who brought his shairis. आपको कितना अच्छा लगा? Everybody speaks subject. एक बंदा, if he can come out with certain thing different, हटके बोलते ना हटके, you will be people, you will be students, or you will be the persons who will make a what you call a beautiful contribution to whatever you do, whatever line of activity you do.
क्या बात है?
The way you speak will be fantastic. The way you impress your people will be fantastic. The way you feel about yourself is phenomenal.
सर इन दिस मॉडर्न टाइम्स सारे बच्चों को ये यूट्यूब ने, इंस्टाग्राम ने, फेसबुक ने, सारे सोशल मीडिया ने फेमस बनने का बहुत अच्छा माध्यम है. इट हैज़ गिवन अ नाइस प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर एवरीवन. पीपल आर ट्राइंग टू बिकम फेमस बाय डूइंग सम रबिश थिंग्स. इसीलिए आज के एक सेशन में वी हैव मोहम्मद बिन इशाक हु हिमसेल्फ इज अ यूट्यूबर एंड नाउ लाइक वी सी हिज वीडियोज देन एंड नाउ we will definitely want him to give some inputs as to how they have to move ahead, because आजकल क्या है, career path छोड़ के we have to have a career portfolio. You cannot just see by profession teacher, but we have to speak. By profession engineer, he writes poetry. तो it's not necessary कि आपको एक उसमें stick होके रहना है. You have to have different shades. तो एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए इफ यू हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड, वी हैव ऑलवेज टोल्ड यू, आज के ये सेशन से एवरी वन ऑफ यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई वन थिंग. जस्ट लाइक वी हैव वन फ्रेंड ऑफ आवर्स हु सेज शी राइट्स पोएट्री. आई थिंक सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हैव रिटन पोएट्री ऑल्सो इन वन ऑफ द प्रोग्राम्स लास्ट टाइम. सो राइट पोएट्री, डू सम नाइस पेंटिंग, ऑलवेज हैव अ शेड ऑफ एन आर्टिस्ट विद इन योर सेल्फ. दैट हेल्प्स यू to become a better and a more satisfied individual. ये बात याद रखिएगा अपने लिए. That is one input. Second input, the second question I want to ask from all the students, how many of you, I repeat this, how many of you are happy with the examination system which is in place? Everyone is happy? जिस किस्म का examination system होता है, you are happy? या इज देयर समवन हु वांट्स टू से सर कुछ तो बदलना चाहिए? तुमला तो बोल देते हैं, उसके बाद टीचर्स को बहुत परेशानी होती नए पैटर्न के हिसाब से रेडी होने के लिए.
शफी भाई, टुडे ऑल ऑफ यू आर गोइंग टू सी
बाय वॉकिंग अराउंड. सब लोग आंसर पूछते हैं एंड वो कॉन्सेप्ट पे क्वेश्चंस. यू कैन मेक क्वेश्चंस ओनली इफ यू नो द कॉन्सेप्ट. यू कैन make questions only if you know the concept. So with that thought in mind, sir used to make such kind of things. Maria madam, examinations and reforms and assessments, and kitna usko serious lena chahiye?
As we all know, the education system is going through a major shift, and so many assessments. We are supposed to assess you continuously, and it is not that just based upon your final exam we are going to give you the marks. No, about many things. Your portfolios are being maintained, you are being assessed for your creativity, for your participation in extra activities, and your behavior in the class, your punctuality, everything is being assessed. And it is very nice to see that, ours a CBSE board school. So we see that when a particular student is maybe not good at mathematics, then he's allowed to take basic mathematics. The only problem will be 11th and 12th, they won't be able to take mathematics as one of the main subjects. But, and also like if they are, suppose somebody is, I hope our students, you forget about this point, okay? If somebody fails in one subject, then that is, those marks are being replaced by the extra subject that is computer science they have. If they fail in one of the languages, then one art subject can be taken there, the marks can be taken. So that is why we are supposed to assess them continuously in arts, in IT, in computer science. So the board doesn't want student to fail. Absolutely. They want them to go on, and maybe you cannot judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. There might be a very good poet here who might not be interested in mathematics. So the education system is changing, and I'm sure like
this SSC board is also undergoing that kind of a transformation, and we are very hopeful that these kind of transformations will definitely be taken care of. One small thing, students, hello sir, hi. Dr. Ashish has come. You can give a huge round of applause for. Okay, ma'am, can we throw the session open to questions? Students, पूछना है तो पूछ लो. Anybody?
Please ask.
Classrooms. Destiny of a nation is shaped in the classroom. Anybody? Come on. जब से कोशिश में लगे हुए हैं वहाँ से आवाज़ लाने की, and we have been quite successful. Anyone else? Anyone? Would, yeah, please. खाना खाया? जोर से या माइक अगर दे सकते तो.
Come here.
I wish to see nature and classrooms closer.
Nature and classroom closer.
Yes.
So you want to sit in the garden and learn physics or what?
No.
Why?
The nature is a great teacher. Newton discovered gravity under a apple tree.
Okay. So रुक जा भाई न्यूटन के पास.
By interacting with others, what is happening around? When I told you that you can learn from yourself also, and nature is the biggest teacher, definitely correct, and you have to go beyond, interact with people with all the stakeholders, and what madam was telling you have assessment from multiple sources. Now 360-degree assessment, 360-degree assessment. We don't say if you are getting 90 marks, 100 marks in mathematics, does not mean that you are the best.
क्या बात?
You are best in that particular respect.
Subject.
Yes, no doubt about it. But there are many things that are to be learned.
Sir,
I really appreciate your answer.
I just want one question to all of you. How many of you can make a boat with the paper? कितना हुआ था पेपर से बोट बनाना? विंड मिल, एक फिरकी जो बनाते थे, what is called wind vane, wind something. How many? No? Sir, wind ही नहीं मिल रही तो wind vane कहाँ से मिलेगा? हाँ? I think that was a good question. Anyone else would want to ask? Yeah, please. You can just take the mic and ask question. Welcome the president of ITA Golconda, Mushtaba Hussain sir. Please, huge round of applause for him. Shahbaz sir is also there. Hidayat sir is also there. Yeah, please.
As you said in your guys' session that we should try self-exploring, and we should try and learn about new things by ourselves and self-study. So like what are like a few pointers that you can give to us or advice so that we can explore things ourselves as students?
Ma'am, if you would like to answer, and then
I think she wants you to answer. The most creative person.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Ms. Maria, being our school head, I believe you have the best answer for us as Madinites.
Absolutely. Please, ma'am, go ahead. And then I'll add on for everyone.
Yes, definitely, sir.
You know, always when we have passion for something, we'll find ways to do it. Like maybe many of you don't know, I also like creating things. So all our designing, our school certificates or report cards or banners, everything is done by me.
That's why it's good.
So my work is also done, and I'm also able to take care of my creative side. And so I think because you know some of you are so creative, you must explore that, and you must take time out for it. And definitely there will be time. You have to make time for it. Time for yourselves, your creative what you do. And also please study the great artists. Like if you are interested in poetry, study great poets, and that will inspire you a lot.
I just wanted to say this, if at all you want to explore yourself and know what you are good at. ये question होता है ना सर मेरे को तो कुछ नहीं आता मतलब I am good at what? Something which disturbs you the most. A bad dress disturbs you the most, you will be good at designing. A bad paragraph which you have read having lots of grammatical mistakes in that, and you know, just like your physics question paper, the SSC students, something which was like badly worded, something disturbing you, then you have a flair for literature. Something which disturbs you the most, then understand that you are good at that. Understand him. And to explore yourself is something, you know, sir was talking about 360-degree appraisal. We also have something called as peer appraisal. Your friends will tell you are good at that. Okay, think of it, take a try for every bloody thing. And out of personal experience I am saying, I have written song, I have composed song, I have sang a song. And I'm not good at any of them. But still I did it. Okay, thank you so much. I think any more questions and then we can wind up with the session. Yeah, please. Yes, you have something to ask. मैम लास्ट में से भी क्वेश्चन आता मतलब आखिरी तक बच्चे सुन रहे हैं.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam, beta.
We see that the nature, the class is not a place of learning, but also where the future of the nation is sculpted. So, apart from bookish knowledge, what else can be added to the classes to make it more fun?
Classes, what else can be added? Volke was about to say something, but he said to make it more, to add fun. To add fun in the class, I think the teachers have to learn many other things. They cannot be mere, people who are reading out and explaining things from the book. They have to make it more interactive, I believe. More.
We have to become very creative. It is, you children are really challenging. You won't be satisfied with something simple that we do. So me just reciting a share will not entertain you here. I have to do something more than that. And next time I have to come up with something new. Like, see, we are, like today was Children's Day. We let our students set up their stalls, prepare something on their own, and they had to sell that. And one student has put this mehendi and she charged 30 rupees for this. So we are teaching them. We are teaching them in a fun way, isn't it? They had a lot of fun. They cooked, they served, they sold their stuff, they earned good profits also today. So we have to improvise and we have to develop new techniques of teaching.
Thank you. And I'm sure all your teachers will take a cognizance of that particular point and they'll try to improve ourselves. We have to improve ourselves as teachers because we are the people who are going...
Shafi.
Yeah, sir, please.
If you are very serious about making your learning fun-oriented, you should actively participate in the science exhibitions.
Yes.
You should actively participate. Normally what happens is, in every class, 4 or 5 students will be there who will be bringing some models, etc., etc. They will be learning how to make presentation, and the teacher is happy, students are happy. What about remaining 45 students in the class? What about remaining 45 students in the class? So, normally what happens in a school or a college or a university, once exhibition is conducted, we get prepared for next event. We prepare for the next event. Only 5% of the people will be participating in this. For all the rest of the people, it's time pass. It should not happen like that. All 45 students also should be physically attached to the performers. You should make some teams in the class and you should be made more team presentations than individual presentations. With the result, all 45 students should be actively involved in the whole learning, teaching process. Then the learning will be definitely fun-oriented.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I think a huge round of applause for that wonderful session. I would request Mustafa Hussain sir to please present a small souvenir to our guests. I invite you onto the dais, sir. Please come. Shabazz sir, you also please come. तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए. चिल्ड्रंस डे तो क्या हम लोगों के लिए नहीं मारते ताली. Seriously, sir. Shabazz sir, madam, Maria madam. And we shall move ahead with our next session.
A very good evening to all the distinguished dignitaries, guests, and the future of the nation, students from different schools of the city. This is Afroz Malik, and I stand here to extend a warm welcome to all of you for this very different evening. At the outset, let me wish all of you a very happy Children's Day. And as I do this, let me make a confession that I see great hope and believe that the future of this nation is really very bright. Your beaming smiles and sparkling eyes say a lot of the potential you have within you. As we celebrate Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's birthday today, it is important, I believe, that we know the ideals for which he stood. In his historical speech, when India attained freedom, he said, and I quote, "Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially." Times have passed and we celebrate our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and we feel there is a responsibility on each one of us to make a new tryst with destiny. This would enable us to take India to greater heights. The intent of the program is to ignite these young brains and instill in them the confidence that they can achieve what seems impossible. Just like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and all our great freedom fighters achieved independence which seemed impossible for many. Thank you so much. Now I call Dr. Syed Shafiuddin Ijaz sir to come and carry on.
Well, thank you so much. I think without wasting much time, because we have distinguished dignitaries who are already here, I would like to invite on stage Dr. S.K. Joshi sir. Huge round of applause for him, sir. Dr. Ashish Chauhan sir. I would request Dr. Padmakar sir also to please come on to the dais with us. On behalf of IIT, I would invite Hidayat sir. आ जाइए सर, तालियां बज गई सर, सिर्फ बैठिए. All right, students, this session we have with us a very, very senior bureaucrat, Dr. S.K. Joshi, who will be addressing all of you. He has been the Chief Secretary for the government of Telangana, and that is a very key post. And before that, we have with us a very vibrant personality. Dr. Ashish Chauhan is here, and I'm sure he needs no introduction to most of us because he's been a well-wisher for us for a long time now. I would invite him onto the dais, and I would request him to bless us with his words of wisdom. Please. Children's Day है, इसका ख्याल रखा जाए. हाँ, ओके. चाचा नेहरू को एक गुलाब का फूल पसंद था, मगर हम पूरा गुलदस्ता दे रहे हैं.
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar and good afternoon to each one of you. जब मैं छोटा था तो लोग पूछते थे कि बड़े हो के क्या बनना चाहते हो. अब बड़ा हो गया हूँ, अब आंसर मुझे पता लगा, फिर से बच्चा बनना चाहता हूँ. सर, जब मैं छोटा था मुझसे लोग पूछते थे बड़े होके क्या बनना चाहता हो. अब बड़ा हो गया हूँ तो जवाब पता लगा, फिर से बच्चा बनना चाहता हूँ. मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, फ्रेंड्स, डिग्निटरी एस के जोशी सर एंड डॉक्टर पद्माकर सर, ये बचपना या जो चाइल्डहुड और एडल्टहुड है, ये दुनिया के सबसे बड़ी नेमत इसलिए है क्योंकि यही आपकी असली ज़िंदगी है, जिससे कि पूरी जो दरख्त वो निकलता है, आगे जाकर के हम लोग कहाँ पहुँचेंगे, दैट इज़ डिसाइडेड इन दिस 4 to 14 ब्रैकेट. इफ़ यू आस्क मी विच इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट डे, आई विल कॉल इट एज अ चिल्ड्रंस डे. अभी हम लोग जितने भी आपको बड़े दिखते हों, 50, 40, वट एवर एज, हम सब के अंदर एक छोटा बच्चा अभी भी जिंदा है. हम लोगों को बड़े होने की एक्टिंग करनी पड़ती है. चेहरा थोड़ा सा ओल्ड दिखता है तो हम लोग कहते हैं अच्छा हम इस तरीके से ऐसे बिहेव करें. तो आप सबको, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों को, वेरी वेरी हैप्पी चिल्ड्रंस डे, बिकॉज यस, थैंक यू। एक चीज़ मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहूँगा, इस समय इस मुकाम में व्हाट वी आर मिसिंग राइट नाउ द मोस्ट इज द वैल्यू सिस्टम, एंड दैट इज आई फील वेरी वेरी हैप्पी विद शफी भाई एंड द होल टीम ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग इट, कि हम उस वैल्यू सिस्टम को ना भूलें और ना भूलने दें किसी को, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। आपके हमारे बीच, हमारे समाज में अदब रहे, प्यार रहे, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है। एंड यही हम देख रहे हैं कि दिन ब दिन रोज़ कम होता जा रहा है। जब मैं इट्स सो नाइस कि एक वन ऑफ द मोस्ट टॉप वांटेड पोस्ट अगर कोई रहती है, जॉब रहती है, तो हम हर कोई कहते हैं भाई आईएएस बनना चाह रहे हैं, आईपीएस बनना चाह रहे हैं। तो जब मैं जोशी सर से सबसे पहले मैं मुलाकात किया था, और मैं से उतने बड़े ओहदे में है कि हम लोग थोड़ा डरते हैं कि किस तरीके से बात की जाए। ही वॉज नेक्स्ट टू केसीआर सर एंड ही वॉज एट दैट पोजिशन। उस समय मैं सर से मुलाकात की थी, एंड उस समय बिकॉज वी बोथ बिलोंग टू सेम स्टेट उत्तर प्रदेश, तो वी वर हैविंग अ डिस्कशन, अ कैजुअल डिस्कशन, एंड देन ही टोल्ड अस, आई डोंट नो अभी क्या है, आई वुड वांट शफी एंड अदर्स टू टेल मी, कि हमारे ज़माने में 30 years बैक एक बुक चला करती थी जिसका जिक्र सर ने किया था, एंड पिछले 30 साल में और किसी ने उस बुक का जिक्र नहीं किया। एंड आई डू नॉट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो इट ऑल्सो, कि अभी करिकुलम में है कि नहीं है। सर ने जिक्र किया था वो, ये हमारे पूर्वज, एक ये बुक हुआ करती, डू वी हैव इट नाउ? ओके, दिस वॉज अ लवली बुक, 2-2, 3-3 पेज की कहानियां हुआ करती थी, 30 स्टोरीज थी और 30 महान लोगों की स्टोरी हुआ करती थी। भगत सिंह जी की हुई, नहीं तो वो किसी भी एक महापुरुष की कहानी थी। उसमें कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर नहीं था, कुछ नहीं होता था, सिर्फ स्टोरी पढ़नी है। श्रवण कुमार की हुआ करती थी कि किसी ने अपने माँ बाप को कैसे अपने कंधे पे लेकर के पूरी दुनिया घुमा दी, एंड दे वर वेरी इंस्पायरिंग। एंड सर ने वही बात दोहराई जो मैं करता था। व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू इट, कि एक वो बुक ऐसी हुआ करती थी कि हम लोग स्कूल खुलने से पहले ही खत्म कर देते थे। पूरी 2-2, 3-3 पेज की कहानी थी, तो इट वॉज अबाउट भगत सिंह, इट वॉज अबाउट श्रवण कुमार, इट वॉज वेरी इंस्पायरिंग। एंड दैट टाइम वी मेड अप आवर माइंड कि हमको इस तरीके से बनना है, इस तरीके से बनना है। तो एक चीज आई वुड वांट टू लीव इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स एंड फ्रेंड्स, रीडिंग की हैबिट मत खोना। रीडिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। जितना पढ़ोगे उतना बढ़ोगे। उसके लिए आपको मेरे पास ये बीए बीकॉम ये नहीं, इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है। पढ़ते रहना है। जितना पढ़ते रहोगे उतना बढ़ते रहोगे। जितनी ज़्यादा आप डिग्रियां बटोरते रहोगे, टेक माय वर्ड्स, आप अपने दिल से उतना साफ होकर के अल्लाह की रूह के पास पहुंचोगे, समझोगे कि व्हाट गॉड वांट्स फ्रॉम यू। आई राइट नाउ ऑल्सो नो समबडी, लॉट ऑफ पीपल चेंज देयर, वो करते हैं MBBS, फाइनली IAS करके कहीं और निकल जाते हैं। बहुत से लोग IIT में एडमिशन लेने के बाद दे हैव गॉन इनटू MBA। तो जो एंड है दैट इज डिफरेंट, दैट कैन चेंज एनी मोमेंट। आपको और मेरे को ये जर्नी का मजा लेना है। अभी आप 4th क्लास में है, 7th क्लास में है, 9th क्लास में है, उस क्लास को एंजॉय करिए, उस मौके को एंजॉय करिए, क्योंकि ये जो मौका है वो जिंदगी में कभी नहीं आएगा। 30 साल बाद आप यहाँ खड़े होकर के बोलोगे, बड़े होकर के मैं IAS बनना चाहता था, अब पता लगा कि मैं फिर से बच्चा बनना चाहता हूँ। सो मेक श्योर यू एंजॉय एवरी डे। बीता हुआ कल किसी को पता नहीं, आने वाले कल के बारे में किसी को आइडिया नहीं है। जो आपके और मेरे पास है वो सिर्फ आज है। इसीलिए आज को प्रेजेंट बोलते हैं। आप किसी को कुछ प्रेजेंट देते हो ना, तो वो प्रेजेंट बोलते हैं। यस्टरडे चला गया, टुमारो को कोई पता नहीं। प्रेजेंट को आप गॉड का प्रेजेंट मान करके एंजॉय करिए एंड हैव अ ग्रेट टाइम विद योर स्कूल एंड कॉलेज wherever you are. May God bless you all and thanks for listening to my words. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashish. Like always, it was a feast for all our ears to hear you speaking. And as sir rightly said, आज के ऊपर फोकस होना चाहिए, बट आज को कल की तैयारी के लिए भी हमको रखना है। और ये बच्चे जो आने वाले कल के इंशाअल्लाह ब्यूरोक्रेट्स बनेंगे, जिम्मेदार बनेंगे, और उनके लिए एक मॉडल के रूप में हमारे पास डॉक्टर एस.के. जोशी साहब है। मैं चाहूँगा कि डॉक्टर एस.के. जोशी साहब ये बात अच्छे से समझ लीजिएगा कि ये ऐसे शख्सियत है जो गागर में सागर भरना जानते हैं। गागर समझते हो ना, एक छोटा लोटा रहता है, वो लोटे में पूरा सागर का पानी भरना वो जानते हैं। वो जानते हैं कि 1 phrase इक्वल टू 1,000,000 वर्ड्स। तो डेफिनेटली बहुत बोरिंग स्पीच नहीं रहेगी, बट एक एक वर्ड जो सर कहेंगे वो दैट विल बी वर्थ 1,000,000। ओवर टू डॉक्टर एस.के. जोशी सर।
शुक्रिया। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सबसे पहले मैं आप लोगों को चिल्ड्रंस डे की बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद देना चाहता हूँ, और शफ़ी साहब को भी कि इन्होंने एक नई तरीके से शुरुआत की। मैं सोच रहा था कुछ नाच गाना इस तरह का प्रोग्राम होगा। दिस इंटरैक्टिव सेशन मैंने देखा, बहुत ही अच्छा, और दिस इज़ द राइट अप्रोच, सो आई मस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट यू फॉर दैट। मेरे से कहा गया रेजिंग न्यू ब्यूरोक्रेट्स फॉर ए बेटर सोसाइटी। इस मसले पे मैं कुछ शब्द कहूँ तो सबसे पहले मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ ब्यूरोक्रेट क्या होता है। यस प्लीज। Bureaucrat is one who is concerned with procedures. He is not concerned with the needs of the people. तो मैं सबसे पहले अपने को ब्यूरोक्रेट नहीं कहलाना चाहूँगा, मैं अपने को पब्लिक सर्वेंट कहता हूँ। तीन चीज़ें मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ किसी भी काम को करने के लिए: इंडिविजुअल्स, इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड प्रोसेसेस। शख्सियत, एक इंस्टीट्यूशन एंड प्रोसेस किस तरह से काम करते हैं। हम सब लोग यहाँ पे इंडिविजुअल हैं। हमारा स्कूल एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है, स्कूल में एडमिशन का एक प्रोसेस है। तो हर चीज़ दुनिया की, तमाम दुनिया की इन तीन चीज़ों पे चलती है: इंडिविजुअल्स, इंस्टीट्यूशंस, प्रोसेसेस। अगर आपके स्कूल की अच्छी तारीफ है तो दूर दूर से लोग एडमिशन के लिए वहाँ आने की कोशिश करते हैं। यस, कितने लोग आप आईआईटी में जाना चाहोगे क्योंकि आईआईटी एक अच्छी इंस्टीट्यूशन है। कितने लोग आप एम्स में जाना चाहोगे कि अच्छी इंस्टीट्यूशन है। तो ये बड़ा एक तरीका है कि जिसमें अच्छी इंस्टीट्यूशंस अच्छे इंडिविजुअल्स को अट्रैक्ट करती हैं और अच्छे इंडिविजुअल्स अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूशंस को जाते हैं। लेकिन उसके बीच में एक चीज़ है प्रोसेसेस, कि उसके नियम कानून कैसे हैं। तो अगर अच्छा इंडिविजुअल किसी खराब जगह फंस जाए तो ही और शी कांट वर्क। तो अच्छे ब्यूरोक्रेट के लिए या अच्छे पब्लिक सर्वेंट के लिए क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं, क्योंकि हम सब लोग उसी समाज से, उसी सोसाइटी से, सोशल स्टेटस से आते हैं। उसमें डॉक्टर भी बनेंगे, टीचर भी बनेंगे। और मेरा मानना है कोई भी प्रोफेशन अच्छा या ख़राब नहीं होता, बड़ा या बुरा नहीं होता, छोटा। हर प्रोफेशन जो है अपने आप में, आप उस प्रोफेशन में कितनी मन लगा के शिद्दत के साथ काम करते हैं वो आपके हुनर पे डिपेंड करता है। अच्छे पब्लिक सर्वेंट के लिए सबसे पहली बात है कि ईज़ ऑफ लिविंग ऑफ सिटीजन्स। मैं वो काम करूं कि जिससे जनता की सबसे सहूलियत हो। अब मैं एक आपको एग्जाम्पल देना चाहूँगा, बहुत छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल है। जो लोग रिटायर्ड लोग होते हैं उनको हर साल अपनी पेंशन के लिए एक लाइफ सर्टिफिकेट देना पड़ता है। पहले होता था कि लाइफ सर्टिफिकेट के लिए आप बैंक में जाते थे या किसी डेजिनेटेड उसमें जाते थे और वो लोग आपको लाइफ सर्टिफिकेट देते थे। अगर आप जाने के ही काबिल होते तो घर पे क्यों बैठ रहे होते। तो सरकार ने, तेलंगाना सरकार ने एक सबसे छोटा ऐप जारी किया कि जिसमें आप अपना फ़ोटो लीजिए और वो फेशियल आइडेंटिफिकेशन की बेसिस पे वो आपका सर्टिफिकेट बन जाता है। तो इस तरह की छोटी छोटी चीज़ें जो हैं वो बहुत बड़ी बन जाती हैं। बूंद बूंद से, जो शफ़ी साहब कह रहे थे गागर में सागर, मेरा कहना है कि बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है। आप छोटा एक कदम और उससे आपको राहत मिलेगी। तो जो पब्लिक सर्वेंट का काम है, आपने काफ़ी अच्छा बताया, वो है डिलीवरी ऑफ सर्विसेज एंड गुड्स। मतलब कोई चीज़ आपको मिलनी है राशन से या कोई और चीज़ मिलनी है सरकार की सुविधा से, तो डिलीवरी ऑफ सर्विस एंड गुड्स एंड रेगुलेटरी कि ये मेरी ज़मीन है, ये मेरा मकान है, अगर कोई बीच में दंगा फसाद होता है तो उसको कंट्रोल करना। एंड तीसरी चीज़ है डेवलपमेंटल, कि किस तरह से नए बांध बनने हैं, नई कैनालें खुदनी हैं, नए स्कूल्स बनने हैं, नए हॉस्पिटल्स बनने हैं। तो ये 3-4 चीज़ों में रहता है। मुझे अफसोस है कि आजकल के ज़माने में लोगों ने जो रूटीन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है कि हम कैसे प्रोसेस को सिंप्लीफाई करें, कैसे हम चीज़ों को उम्दा बनाएं, अच्छा बनाएं, वो सब लोगों ने करना छोड़ दिया है। तो मैं आप सबसे ज़्यादा ना बोलते हुए आपके क्वेश्चंस आंसर्स को जवाब देना ज़्यादा अच्छा महसूस करूँगा। आप लोग जो भी बनना चाहें, आज मैंने एक ऐड देखा, वो बॉर्नविटा का ऐड था, उसमें उन्होंने लिखा है कि सारे माता पिता, सारे पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों को एक पर्टिकुलर सांचे में कि इंजीनियर बन, डॉक्टर बन, ये बन, वो बन, और बच्चा क्या बनना चाहता है उसके बारे में उन्होंने कुछ नहीं सोचा। तो मैं आप सबसे ये कहूँगा, जिस हुनर में, जिस आर्ट में जो आपका दिल गवाही दे वो काम करिए और अल्लाह ताला आपकी ज़रूर मदद करेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू सो मच सर, दोज वेर रियली वेरी इंस्पायरिंग वर्ड्स। और जब एक इतना सीनियर ऑफिसर कम्स एंड सेज जो आपका दिल चाहे वो आप बनो, दैट रियली गिव्स लॉट्स ऑफ विंग्स टू दीज यंग एंड एस्पायरिंग इंडिविजुअल्स। आई थिंक ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अपलॉज। क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर यह है कि हाउ मेनी, सर एक और चीज़, द मोटिव बिहाइंड हैविंग दिस काइंड ऑफ अ प्रोग्राम इज वी वांट दीज चिल्ड्रन टू हैव एक्सेस to individuals and personalities like you, because they will understand what it takes to be an IAS. We also have had senior educationists who are there. We also have in our next session, professionals who have achieved greatly in their respective professions. तो ये उससे बाहर आए, वो एक जो वेल है उसके फ्रॉग्स बन के ना रहे. That is one reason, and I thank all the managements of different schools. More than 15 schools are over here with their students. I thank all the managements. A huge round of applause for all the school leaders who have contributed to the success of this program. आइए अब बात करते हैं इसकी. तो डॉक्टर साहब ये कह रहे थे, डॉक्टर एस के जोशी सर ये फरमा रहे थे कि हु इज़ अ पब्लिक सर्वेंट और किस तरह से पब्लिक के लिए आपको काम करना है. मेरे को ये बताओ, लिटरली हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वांट अ गवर्नमेंट जॉब? एनीथिंग, एनी पर्टिकुलर जॉब. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वुड वांट टू डू अ गवर्नमेंट जॉब? और बाकी जिसको जो हाथ नहीं उठा रहे, मिलता ही नहीं बोल के नहीं उठा रहे क्या हाथ? वैसे भी नहीं मिलने वाला है बोल के. अच्छा, तो व्हाई डू यू वांट अ जॉब इन द पब्लिक सेक्टर? इफ एनीबडी, चलिए जल्दी. आई थिंक एक दो बॉम्ब कर रहे हैं. कम ऑन फास्ट गाइस, अदर्स आल्सो, क्योंकि बॉयज का रिप्रेजेंटेशन कम है. मैं बार बार, हाँ जी बोलिए. आई एम माइक, वेयर इज इट? इंडियन फॉरेन सर्विसेज. आपको आईपीएस नहीं पसंद, आईआरएस नहीं पसंद? नहीं, मेरा क्वेश्चन है व्हाई डू यू वांट टू? वेयर इज अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी. व्हाई पब्लिक सर्विस? गाड़ी पे सायरन लगा हुआ, सामने 2 गार्ड्स एंड यू नो कोई गाड़ी खोल रहा है, वाइट ड्रेस में बंदा टोपी लगा के पीछे पीछे है.
No, because that is where I enjoy most. Like unlike other people, I like to enjoy researching such public acts and everything. So I also have my own opinions on such things. So I want to also implement my own.
Dr. Nazia, if you would say, what is the best thing about public service? Because, sir, she is a civil surgeon specialist. Ma'am, I'm correct with the post? Yeah. Yeah, from there. Bas, you can sit in aram se.
Thank you.
What is the best thing about public service? Suniyega.
It's a post in which you come into contact with the real India, what I feel, real India, the real poverty and the real needy people. So I think the best thing is to be in government service, to be, if you really want to serve the people. Thank you.
Absolutely. So public service by itself, literal meaning में ये है कि अगर आपके दिल में है कि आप खिदमत खल्क करें, लोगों की भलाई के लिए काम करें, then you have to be a public servant. ओके वरना फिर आपको उम्र भर बस कोसते रहना पड़ेगा. घर के पास की रोड खराब है, नल टाइम पे नहीं आ रहा है, वाटर में पोल्यूशन है, यू आर लाइक दैट. महात्मा गांधी ने क्या कहा था? बी द चेंज यू वांट टू बी. बी द चेंज यू वांट टू बी. आपको जो चाहिए बस वहां से बदलना स्टार्ट करिए. ठीक है, तो गवर्नमेंट सर्विस के बहुत कम बंदे. या प्लीज, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? या यू ऑल्सो, द गर्ल विद द येलो ड्रेस.
So in like the government sector, specifically the medical field, I would really like to be a psychiatrist. And for people that don't really understand mental health, I feel that it would be a very great source for the people who can access government hospitals easily. So being a psychiatrist in the government sector, I feel it'll be beneficial in a way because to the people who don't really get it, who don't understand mental health, and who are actually suffering from underneath, and they don't show it beneath their masks. So I think I would like to be a help or like a voice or someone for that, for those kind of people.
So one observation from the way the girl was saying something, मैं जब से we were trying to have an interactive session, the children are more bothered about mental health. I don't know why. 2-3 बार I have got this thing, psychiatry, mental peace, mental health. Sir would want to add something, please.
I would want to comment to that. What's your good name, please? Acha, Miss Fatima, congratulations. It's very much the need of the era right now. I would want to tell you a few words, especially because you've talked about it. 20-30 years back when I was doing my MBBS, I wanted to become a psychiatrist because it is very much needed that time. It's very much needed. Today, post-COVID, the need has gone up a lot. More equally important was the need for the community medicine. The whole issue of the COVID has happened again because we have had a bad public health or whatever, the community medicine. And then we realized India mein thoda iska realization was very less. People, the specialists are recognized more. So then I did my internal medicine. But internal medicine, yeah, a consultant physician bane ke baad bhi, 90% of my work is in the psychiatry, 90% of my work is actually in the community medicine only. So that's a very much needed for in the government sector also. Now the problem is ki, yeah, that again, I think that needs that needs a change in the system. We have a IAS, very blessed, dynamic people who run the show, which is needed. We have IPS. Over the years, and COVID pandemic had showed us that we need one services called as IMS also, Indian Medical Services, which can be headed by a doctor. Hota kya hai? Dekhiye, let me tell you the bad side of doctor. Doctor average life expectancy जो society की होती है, उससे हम लोग कम जीते हैं. Doctors live 10 years lesser. Now in India में that is a scene. And that is a scene. Even Kerala mein life expectancy is more than the pan India. Even in Kerala also doctors live less, 10 years lesser. Yes, that's a fact, sir. It's a study has been done. So sir, in normal India.
Sorry to intervene. Yeah. हम लोग Teachers Day पे we had one individual who said the same thing about teachers. बच्चों के पीछे औंट के इतना खून जला लेते हैं. Teachers भी बहुत कम जीते हैं.
नहीं साहब, चीज़ क्या होती है? हमारे बच्चे हैं. मैं थोड़ा सा क्रूड वर्ड में कभी कभी बात करना चाहूँगा, अच्छा होता है. आई हैव 2 पेट्स, इसलिए मैं बोलूँगा कुत्ता पालो, बिल्ली पालो, गलत फहमी कभी मत पालो. अच्छा. तो आई रियली वांट टू गिव देम द राइट काइंड ऑफ थॉट प्रोसेस, यू नो. सब एक ग्लैमर अलग होता है, उस ग्लैमर में हम घुस गए एंड देन यू फील अनफिट. See, that is a big problem. Last time we discussed here, I don't want to dishearten anybody. IIT is one of the very, very achievable, very, very look forward to it. And then we see young people, third year, somebody commits suicide. Then I believe right person has gone into the right place, but probably could not cope up with the right kind of pressure. So, इसीलिए I am bringing that out. Psychiatrist is very much needed. ठीक है, एंड स्पेशली फॉर पुअर हस्बैंड्स लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ अस हु आर सिटिंग हियर, कि हमको मेंटल हेल्थ की बजाय डेंटल हेल्थ में प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है व्हेन वी मेक देम अनहैप्पी. दैट वाज ऑन द लाइटर साइड ओनली.
Sir, actually I would like to add upon something. There's a lot of doctors and a lot of well-known people here, and I'm sure with all the glamour comes a lot of like mental health, and like you have to cope up with a lot of stress. And I mean, how do you guys cope up with that? Like, what are any tips as to how to cope up with the pressure?
I think the right person to answer this will be Dr. Joshi, because lot of pressure, correct, pressure which we have to take, but pressure which unnecessarily develops overhead because of politicians and leaders and public and everything. He has taken it all his life.
And as you can see, there's social media people here as well. So like, how do you guys actually cope up with like the comments that come through from other people? Because at some point they just hit you right in the face and they're hard to take, and like, you can't just take them in a healthy way. So how do you like take them in a healthy way?
Let's.
I will try to respond to you and add to what Dr. Ashish mentioned. If your heart is in a job and you enjoy your job, there will not be any pressure. Teacher, if he or she says, oh, सारा दिमाग बच्चों में खर्च हो जाता है. Doctor says कि सारे दिन मैं मरीजों में परेशान रहता हूँ, इतनी दुख और दर्द को देखता हूँ. मैं कहूँ कि इतने लोगों से इतना बकवास सुनना पड़ता है. तो if your heart is in your job, you will not feel the pressure. But feeling the pressure also is very important. Don't give anybody's pressure. You will also not be stressed out. आपकी टीम है, 10 लोग हैं, 8 लोग काम करेंगे, 2 नहीं करेंगे, तो don't get worried about them. So best way is hands-on exercise, take overall control, and शाम को इस कान से सुनो, उस कान से निकाल दो. There will not be any stress.
क्या बात.
But it is easier said than done.
Any questions from the audience?
I think Fatima had asked another thing is about the media. दो चीजें आपने बोली थी मीडिया के बारे में. I'll tell you कि if somebody gives a negative comments, the time somebody gives a negative comment, thank God, thank Allah, that means you're on the right track.
Sure.
I like to quote people from different cities, and these are the words of हमारा one of the very big sage. He had told this. पूरा दिन अगर आपका निकल गया है और आपको पूरे दिन किसी ने कुछ नहीं टोका, आपको बिल्कुल स्मूथ डे गया है, इसका मतलब 100% रॉन्ग ट्रैक पे हो. ठीक है. So if you get wrong comments, be happy with it. Number 1. Number 2, how do you cope up? Okay. The best thing is to have the clarity of the ideas. what जो सर ने कहा है ना, अगर आपकी you can doubt my decisions, you should not be able to doubt my intentions. If my intentions are clear cut, I don't have to prove anything to anybody.
अगर मेरी नीयत में खराबी हुई तो 50 दिन का वक्त भी लोग लेते हैं. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. And any doubts from any questions?
Yeah.
हाँ बेटा.
Please stand up and ask. Feel free.
Ask loudly. Go ahead. You have a loud voice, we know.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Sir, I also want to work in a medical field, in government medical field, so that I can explore my country and, understand what the locals, the villagers have to say, and understand everyone's point of view. People usually have this point of view that government people don't treat properly, and their mentality is like that, but I want to change it by exploring my country, going to villagers, asking them what is their opinion about it, and helping them, treating them by becoming a doctor.
Good. God bless you and may all your dreams come true. I was just saying the same thing a few moments ago when schools ke bare mein discussion was happening. Then there was one kind of a message which was being sent that people are not going to government schools because government schools don't do this, don't do that. I said, we are not the people. See, everyone, as a person who is responsible for running an institution, we know how hard it is even to run a private school. And government schools के अपने इतनी मजबूरियां होती है, बावजूद इसके we have got wonderful people and wonderful results from the government sector also. And as the girl was telling, government doctors don't do anything. We, like I have a couple of people who work in the public sector and we know how hard it is to work there, and we should appreciate the entire, see, perfection itni jaldi nahi aayega. It will take time, everyone for that matter. Okay.
I think I'll help you out with an answer. I have one of the very great kidney transplant surgeon sitting next to me, Dr. Padmakar sir. We both work with Apollo, and his wife works with the government sector. I think there's nobody better than sir to answer this question, the struggles of a government doctor. Sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Padmakar. I'm a urologist. I do a lot of kidney transplants. That's not an issue. How many of you children have failed in your exams? No. So if you fail your exam, then you'll become a kidney transplant surgeon. I'm telling you. Because so many examples are there, like Elon Musk. That fellow was a vagabond, I think. Huh? And so many people, I think, don't, see, if you are in top 1, 2, 3, then you have a pressure. If you are bottom 1, 2, 3, then you have no pressure. You can do better. Isn't it? That is the best thing. So don't worry about ranks. It's only that you understand and get back. Coming back to this young girl's question, till today, NEET examination, top 100 or 200 or 500, where do they choose? They go to government colleges. That answers everything. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Isn't it? Usmania Medical College, Gandhi Medical College, Kakatiya Medical College, and many other medical colleges who are government colleges. Then people don't choose. I mean, second choice is for a private medical college. You know why? Usmania Medical College has got a 200 years history. All the stalwarts, those who are in public servants now, public service, they're all from the government medical colleges. Government medical college has got a set standard of procedure, teaching, as well as the patient inflow. Whereas in private medical colleges, it is totally a different
scenario.
Scene. But if you are very good, if you have hard work, if you have a commitment towards what Dr. Joshi said, sir, you have interest in your own subject, whether it is psychiatry, surgery, medicine, or any other, or public service, I think you can excel in everything. So choose a government service is always a better service that gives you not only your salary every month, but also give you a lot of satisfaction.
Perfect.
You understand?
Any more questions? I think we'll take one more question.
Yeah.
One more question. Yeah. Loudly ask.
Your name and school, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Yasin Fatima from Shangri-La English High School.
Yes, Yasin.
Sir, do you think India needs better politicians and better IAS and IPS officers?
My answer is yes.
Like, sir, if Ashish sir, if I were to pose a question like this, do you think India needs better politicians or better IAS officers?
I think मैं दोनों के बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन बेटा आपने पूछा है, and I will start with what sir has told because आपके दोनों क्वेश्चन कनेक्टेड हैं. पहली बात गवर्नमेंट सर्विस, हम दोनों, मैं और सर कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल में काम करते हैं, आपके वाइफ गवर्नमेंट में काम करते हैं, मेरी वाइफ जो है वो सब कॉर्पोरेट में काम करते हैं, प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल में. देखिए 3 चीज़ें होती हैं हॉस्पिटल के बारे में, गवर्नमेंट, कॉर्पोरेट, नर्सिंग होम. आसान है ना? हमको 3 को कभी कंपेयर नहीं करना है, कंपैरिजन नहीं चाहिए, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री चाहिए है. एक गवर्नमेंट की एक अपनी जगह है, एक कॉर्पोरेट की एक अपनी जगह है एंड स्मॉल क्लिनिक्स एंड नर्सिंग की अपनी जगह है. डू वी नीड अ बेटर, सो दैट इज द आंसर थिंग. जहां पे आप अपने आप को फिट कर सको, यू मस्ट गो फॉर इट. कहीं पे भी रहो बेटा, सिर्फ एक चीज रखनी है कि दोष ढूंढने के बजाय उसको एंजॉय करने की जरूरत बहुत ज्यादा है. हर एक चीज अपने आप में परिपक्व है, हर एक चीज अपने आप में परिपक्व है, बेस्ट है. इट जस्ट दैट कि वो बेस्ट आपको और मेरे को ढूंढना बहुत जरूरी है. आई हैव बोथ माई चिल्ड्रन, दोनों लोगों ने डिसाइड कर लिया कि वो डॉक्टर्स नहीं बनेंगे. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद देयर डिसीजन. मैं और मेरे वाइफ दोनों डॉक्टर हैं एंड चिल्ड्रन डोंट वांट टू बिकम डॉक्टर. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी, नो डाउट, एंड आई हैव नॉट पुश्ड ऑल्सो वंस. अल्लाह के फजल से मैं दोबारा जन्म लिया तो मैं दोबारा MBBS CMC वेलोर से करना चाहूँगा, दोबारा MD मेडिसिन CMC लुधियाना से करना चाहूँगा, और दोबारा ही सिटी ऑफ निज़ाम आप बच्चों के बीच में रह करके हैदराबाद में सर्व करना चाहूँगा. सो दैट इज माई क्लैरिटी ऑफ माइंड.
आप दोबारा से अपोलो में काम करना चाहिए.
अब सर ने बहुत टफ क्वेश्चन ट्विस्ट करके पूछ लिया है. मैं इसको बड़े लंबे नजरिए से मैं आसान से जल्दी जवाब दे देता हूं. चेक द गूगल. कहां पे वेयर डू यू हैव द बेस्ट डॉक्टर इन द वर्ल्ड, एंड यू विल फाइंड इंडियन डॉक्टर्स आर द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. ठीक है, नंबर 1. वेयर डू यू गेट द चीपेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट इन द वर्ल्ड, चीपेस्ट इवन इन द कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल, द चीपेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट इन द वर्ल्ड, यू गेट इट इन इंडिया.
क्या बात.
और उसका भी जवाब मैं और दे दूं. हमारे साथ परेशानी क्या है, थोड़ी सी मीडिया हमारे पे ज्यादती करती है कि वो सिर्फ नेगेटिव चीजें दिखाती है. मेरे मदर इन लॉ को हार्ट अटैक हुआ था, यूएस में उनका ट्रीटमेंट चला था, यूएस में वो वहाँ पे थे, वहीं पे हार्ट अटैक आ गया. जो ट्रीटमेंट दिया गया था वो एक एवरेज डॉक्टर ने दिया था जिसकी कॉस्ट थी 50 लाख रुपए थी वहाँ पे कॉस्ट. और वही ट्रीटमेंट अपोलो का बेस्ट डॉक्टर एक्सीलेंट ट्रीटमेंट देता है, एंड इट इज नॉट इवन 5 lakhs ऑल्सो. Now the thing is क्या है, या that needs a big round of applause. ठीक है, जो परेशानी है क्योंकि कॉर्पोरेट हॉस्पिटल की बात आ गई, मैं आपको ऑनेस्टली बताऊं, 2 साल मैंने खम्मम में काम किया है. हमारी सबसे बड़ी परेशानी क्या है कि हमारी सोच थोड़ी सी करप्ट हो गई है जी. हम हैदराबाद में बैठ करके US UK वाला ट्रीटमेंट चाहते हैं और दाम देना चाहते हैं खम्मम के रेट में. ये परेशानी हो गई है जहां पे भी आप जा रहे. और यही चीज एजुकेशन सिस्टम का भी हो गया है. आई थिंक बड़े बड़े कॉर्पोरेट स्कूल्स को जो भी हो, भाई कोई आपको बुलाता नहीं, आप खुद जाते हो.
बिल्कुल.
सो आई थिंक यू हैव टू हैव अ क्लैरिटी.
सर, हाउ मेनी ऑफ देम वांट टू बी लीडर्स? चलिए लास्ट 1 minute एंड आई वाइंड अप. कितने बनने लीडर्स? शहजा तू बहुत बनना चाह रही है लीडर में. How many of you want to become leaders? ना लीडर बनना है, ना पब्लिक सर्विस कम को करनी है और हिंदुस्तान बदलने चले. I think India needs better leaders, better IAS officers, better students, better doctors, because India does deserve to be a much, much better nation. Thank you so much everyone. A huge round of applause for that wonderful session. I would request the people from IITA to kindly come. Faiz Jung from Kul to please present a memento to all the distinguished panelists over here. Come on guys, huge round of applause. शहबाज सर आइए.
Before we move out, I think that's a time for us to move out. And शफी भाई के जो ये कोशिश चलती रहती है, सर के अल्फाज हैं, आई एम वेरी श्योर, जो मेरी सर के डिस्कशन चलता होता है, कोई भी देश कोई भी देश महान होता नहीं है, बनाना पड़ता है. और वही काम के लिए आज हम लोग जब रहे हैं. थैंक यू.
Ladies and gentlemen, now for the last and a very, very important session, because most of us are waiting to hear from these gentlemen and ladies who are going to be on dais for the session 3, Better Professionals for Better India. Huge round of applause as I invite on the dais Dr. Nazia Nausheen Siddiqa, Advocate Afsar Jahan Madam, Mr. Danish Zubairi and Mohammed bin Ishaq. क्या बात है मोहम्मद बिन इशाक साहब अच्छा बिजी है माशाल्लाह इशाक भाई चलिए पैनल डिस्कशन स्टार्ट कर देंगे एंड वी आर वेरी ब्लेस्ड टू हैव दीज इंडिविजुअल्स क्या बात So, all of you are excited for the session? Better Professionals for Better India. And with that mindset, because specifically here the students who are there, they just have 2 to 3 years to decide their careers. और हम यहाँ पर एक बात करना चाहेंगे, देखिए, the panel has been kept with an intention to help you people understand that in these times, career path से ज़्यादा important career portfolio है. You can be a good doctor, but you can also be a good singer. I know of a person who has done his medicine from the prestigious Gandhi Medical College, but now is a full-time musician because he enjoys doing that. And so here, sticking to, how many doctors here? How many want to be doctors here? Dr. Nazia? They are yours. Hands down. I am a little bit apprehensive, but the society needs a profession which played a very pivotal role in the Indian independence struggle. How many of you want to be lawyers? Ma'am. How many of you want to be YouTubers and bloggers and whatnot? You still want to be? And how many of you want to make big in business? Business people, right? So we have got people for all these, right? Let us start very quickly and we will keep it very, very short because 5 o'clock is the time we have to close. And then we also have some performances by our friends. So now quickly, if we could have the mics wapas dete rahe Allah. One more mic is there, I believe. Yeah, please. So, at the outset, let me welcome all of you for this panel discussion. And here we have our students celebrating their Children's Day. और चिल्ड्रंस डे आमतौर पे नाच गाना एंड परफॉर्मेंसेस होती है, मगर हम ये चाह रहे थे कि बच्चों को उनके करियर के लिए थोड़ा सा डायरेक्शन मिल जाए. दे अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट दे नीड टू डू सो दैट इंडिया बिकम्स एन इंडिया ऑफ देयर ड्रीम्स. सो वी हैड दिस सेशन. बच्चों ने स्टार्टिंग में बहुत अच्छे तरह से दे हैव सेड व्हाट इज देयर आइडिया ऑफ अ ग्रेट इंडिया. दे हैव कम्युनिकेटेड दैट ऑल्सो. वी हैव हर्ड ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अपलॉज वंस अगेन फॉर ऑल दोज हु हैव सेड दैट. चलिए बहुत क्विकली याद रखिएगा, कोई भी नेशन becomes great because of the great professionals it has. Whether it is medicine or health or education or any sector, professionals play a very pivotal role. और यहाँ पे आप अभी थोड़ी देर पहले एक IAS ऑफिसर साहब को समाप्त फरमा रहे थे, उससे पहले आप एडुकेटर्स को समाप्त फरमा रहे थे. But this session will take you to a point which becomes very important in the very near future of yours.
2 years and you need to decide. You need to decide very clearly. ठीक है, तो आइए हम देखते हैं कि इन प्रोफेशनल्स का कहना क्या है. बिकॉज अभी हम अगर बार बार बोलते हैं कि डॉक्टर ऐसा होना है, लॉयर ऐसा होना है, बिजनेस में ये चीज़ें होनी है, उससे ज़्यादा आई थिंक वी विल टेक अप दोज एस्पेक्ट्स विच आर क्वाइट वेरी डिफरेंट. तो अगर मैं ये बोलूँ कि हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वांट टू बी डॉक्टर्स, सो मेनी पीपल रेज देयर हैंड्स. आप ये बताइए आपने क्या तैयारी की है दैट यू बिकम गुड डॉक्टर्स. कम ऑन, आपने क्या पढ़ा है, क्या समझा है? एक डॉक्टर होने का जज्बा आपके अंदर क्यों पैदा हुआ? इफ आई वर टू आस्क फ्रॉम कोल पीपल फ्रॉम अदर स्कूल्स, या यस बेटा प्लीज, विल बी हैप्पी टू हियर यू लाउडली. व्हाई डू यू वांट टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर? So, very good, a huge round of applause for her. All those who want to be doctors here want to be doctors because you want to serve people, या नहीं? पैसा ही पैसा. No. Everybody wants. How many of you have decided that you will be doctors after COVID-19? घर में जरूरत थी, डॉक्टर मिल नहीं रहा था, ऐसे कोई बंदे हैं? Those who decided that I'll be a doctor post COVID. No? Everybody had access to doctors? Clap your hands for all the doctors of Hyderabad then who were there for all of you. Okay, so I'll just pass on the mic to Dr. Nazia and she will tell you why you should become a doctor and what should you be ready for if you become a doctor. किन परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़ेगा जिनके लिए आप.
Has their own role. But personally, as a child, as a student, when I was a child, I choose to be a doctor because when we see there are some people, they are want to empathize or they heal, they have this healing touch and all. But when we are students, it is a world of competition. When as a child you have to be very competent, reading and mugging, and finally after you finish and you start your career, then you realize the sweetness of that and how beautiful it is to empathize with people, how beautiful it is to listen to them and give a word of comfort and a treatment, and how beautiful it is to listen a thank you from them which comes from their heart. So I feel it has still, I mean, though after I am 42 years and after working so many years in this profession, sometimes I feel that we don't get so much of whatever it is like respect or revenue wise and all. But still, even like just now that Dr. Ashish said that even if you want to choose me again I'll choose this profession to be my profession. There's the beauty of this.
Wonderful.
So I think
so,
that
ma'am, what we should be ready for? What should we be ready for? Because डॉक्टर बनने के बाद क्या परेशानी हो सकती है जिसके लिए हमको तैयार होना है?
It's very difficult to balance a family life. What I personally feel.
Balance.
Yes.
Work-life balance is one issue.
One issue it will be. Later you will feel it. I think most of the professions, but the timings, the night duties, and also it will be a little difficult. But you have to be prepared. I know.
Ma'am, एक situation ऐसा because COVID-19 में डॉक्टर साहब worked very hard. A huge round of applause for her. She really worked very hard, and I personally have seen how hard she has worked. Ma'am, I just want to understand your feeling जब एक patient ने आप पे बहुत trust किया था, and you know जितना उसने आप पे trust किया था, आपने अपना best दिया, बावजूद इसके अल्लाह को कुछ और मंजूर था. ऐसा अगर कभी हुआ है तो उस वाले stress को, क्योंकि मेरे को as a teacher sometimes आपके parents जब आते हैं ना, उनके चेहरे पे कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है कि इनके हाथ पे है बच्चे, डेफिनेटली दे विल पास, दे विल बी सक्सेसफुल. एंड खुदा ना खास्ता मेरे को जिस बात से नींद नहीं आती है कि अल्लाह वो भरोसा ना तोड़ा, वो भरोसा ना टूटे. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे को वापस उनसे मिलना है, और जिस आस से, जिस भरोसे से पेरेंट्स ने मेरी तरफ देखा था, उस भरोसे को टूटना नहीं चाहिए. तो क्या ऐसा भी कभी एक्सपीरियंस होता है?
Yes, definitely. I would quote one incident which I had experienced, and it sometimes scares me and feel very bad. There was one old man who was a patient of carcinoma lung. He was diagnosed with carcinoma lung on CT scan, and we were supposed to do an investigation on him. It was a ultrasound guided biopsy we had to take. An ultrasound guided biopsy is a little tricky procedure. It has to be very careful. It has to be done between radiologist and pulmonologist. Then we took the patient. The patient was like old man from a village. Then the family was with him, and the child, the son also was with him. Then we took the patient the procedure. And in front of my professor, my teachers, and more other PGs, when I was doing my post-graduation, and radiologist ke patient, and just after one prick to do the biopsy from the lung, the patient suddenly collapsed. We didn't expect that the patient might collapse. It was like very rare complication that sometimes the patient have the collapse and we couldn't revive, even though we tried hard and we shifted the patient to ICU and all. That was a very
this
painful
stress
procedure.
you should be ready for children. You know, हालांकि मुन्ना भाई MBBS में बहुत टाइम से बोल दिया, मगर मजाक में बहुत अच्छी बात कहता है जब वो कहता है कि ये हाथ जब मेरी फैमिली पे अगर मैं ऑपरेट करूँगा ना तो ये कांपना शुरू करेगा. So you should be ready for that stress also. A huge round of applause for Dr. Nazia. Can we just have Advocate Afsar Jahan Madam, who works, who practices at the High Court of Telangana. Ma'am, one thing. इंडिपेंडेंस स्ट्रगल में जितना इंपॉर्टेंट रोल लॉयर्स का था, डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर, मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी, पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू, जितने भी स्टॉलवर्ड्स थे वो सारे लॉ प्रोफेशनल्स थे. दे हैव स्टडीड लॉ. आप अपने इस प्रोफेशन को अब कैसा देखते हो? बिकॉज आई एम सो वेरी सॉरी बट देयर वर वेरी फ्यू पीपल हु वांटेड टू बिकम लॉयर्स.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम. इंशाल्लाह आई होप कि बातचीत के बाद बच्चों का पर्सपेक्टिव बदल जाएगा और वो मेरे प्रोफेशन को पसंद करना शुरू कर देंगे. Yes, of course, the nation builders, देखिए इंडिपेंडेंस जो आया है, आप अगर हिस्ट्री देखेंगे तो most of them, those who came out to be the good leaders of the country were, advocates as their profession when they started. और आज भी ये नहीं बदला है because I think this profession needs problem solvers.
बाप रे, क्या बात है, जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. This profession needs problem solvers. Absolutely. Now, ma'am, because most of the students, in the audience we have so many girls, and the scarves and the hijab and this and that, there are so many things attached. If I were to ask you, how do you suggest law as a profession for girls of the community?
Of course, I do wear a hijab when I'm practicing, and I don't see any discrimination though. I don't know why suddenly this hijab issue has cropped up, but I've been practicing for past 15 years in courts, so I've never been stopped wearing hijab. So I don't find any difficulty in going ahead with this profession. But believe me, this is such a competitive profession. You can bring a change, the change which you are looking for. आप जो चेंज लाना चाहते हैं सोसाइटी में, दिस प्रोफेशन will give you the way, will give you the path to walk and bring the change.
Because I personally believe, knowing the law, now that हम ऐसे सोसाइटी में, ऐसे टाइम्स में रह रहे हैं जहाँ इंफॉर्मेशन मिलना बहुत आसान है. You have to have an urge to learn something, that's it. बाकी सारे रिसोर्सेज मौजूद हैं. वही शेर याद आता है कि ज़रा सी नम हो तो ये मिट्टी बड़ी ज़रखेज़ है, इसमें सारी खूबियाँ मौजूद हैं. So all of you really have to work very, very hard in understanding what you want to become. Being a lawyer, as ma'am says, it's not a life without challenges. Ma'am, एक बात बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ मैं आपसे कि एज अ लॉयर आपका कमिटमेंट आपके क्लाइंट से होता है. बच्चों दोनों सुनो, आपका कमिटमेंट आपके क्लाइंट के साथ होता है. डू यू हैव टू डिफेंड एवरीथिंग ऑफ योर क्लाइंट, या ऐसा कोई सिचुएशन आया है जहां पर आपने अपने क्लाइंट को कहा है कि नहीं बाबा, यू आर रॉन्ग हियर?
Yes, definitely. See, I do not compromise with principles. I work on principles. You are supposed to uphold justice. When you are supposed to uphold justice, you stick to principles. You are supposed to work on that. So I don't think, mostly, ये पता नहीं क्यों ये एक गलतफहमी है लोगों में कि ये जो profession है झूठ का साथ देता है, everything happens. Nothing like that. Nothing that really is like that. ये प्रोफेशंस सच का ही साथ देता है और सच को जिंदा करने के लिए ही ये प्रोफेशन है. टू अपहोल्ड जस्टिस, दिस प्रोफेशन इज देयर. सो अगर आप अपने वैल्यूज़ से जुड़े हुए हैं ना, रूट्स अपने वैल्यूज़ में अच्छे मजबूत कर लेंगे, तो आई डोंट थिंक यू हैव टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज एनीवेयर एट ऑल विद दिस प्रोफेशन टू.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम. कैन वी हैव द नेक्स्ट पैनलिस्ट? दानिश साहब is a very famous businessman. Sir, what do you think are the scopes for men and women alike? But पहले आप एक generalize दे दीजिए, फिर then you can talk about women in business and where do you think हमारे बच्चियाँ या हमारे पास के लोग पीछे रह गए इसमें?
Assalamu alaikum. One thing that I want to ask the children sitting here. As soon as sir said, do you want to be doctors to make money? Everybody said no.
और businessman का दिल दुख गया.
So, no, I don't understand. I mean, I got into business to make money, first thing. How about India being rich? How about every one of us doing well, being rich, and by helping, I mean, if you're doing a business and you're providing a better service or a product, and you're providing better employment and opportunities to make money. I'm into real estate business and I deal with properties which give really high returns on income, on investment to the clientele. They give a good incentive to the salesperson and I make money too. So, and I'm not only into business, I have a passion for, wildlife photography. I have a passion for acting. I used to write one play, direct it and act. I used to play 4 characters in one go, whatever, but with business, with time, I have, put it behind a little. And I was very actively involved into politics. I was the, General Secretary for Osmania University Joint Action Committee, and I've faced all the lathi charges and all of that for Telangana.
So one thing, sorry to interrupt, मगर एक चीज जो बहुत अच्छी दिखी है वो ये सिंपल है. I want to be rich. What is wrong in that? तो आप लोग ऐसे इतने अच्छे मत बन जाओ. नहीं पैसे के लिए नहीं, सर्विस के लिए. ये वाली ये नहीं पैसा कमाना नहीं, मेरे को खिदमत करना है. It's okay. You have to be rich is what he says. Create wealth, generate wealth and make India rich. Huge round of applause for him. Come on guys. ये बिल्कुल straight perspective, sir.
So another thing that I would like to say is that politics is something which, I had stopped getting involved with much because of one simple reason. I wanted to do business and generate the halal income so that if I'm sitting at a position of power, I don't need to be corrupt.
Oh, perfect.
I wish to get back into politics again. So you can do so many things together, but the basis of it is if you have enough money, you're making money, your house is running well, you're able to wear good clothes, you're able to, commute, you're able to afford everything that you need, your children are studying in a good school, that's when you're going to be able to do all other things also. So I don't think there's anything wrong in wanting to be rich, wanting to be a rich doctor, because my mom was very unwell, and I've consulted a few doctors who are not, doing that well, and all they wanted was money out of me. But when I went to Apollo and I met doctors who were doing very well and who were making money, who had, all sorts of luxuries and all of that, they were not focused on getting money out of my pocket just for the heck of it.
So the logic so simple, guys. Come on, it's not bad to be rich. It's good to earn money, is what the Danish bhai has to say. Huge round of applause for him.
Good to earn money in the right manner. And I have one question, if you don't mind, can I ask?
Please.
How many of you believe that doing business is difficult, because of which you don't choose to do business? How many? Okay. So there's one thing that I'd like to say is that when I started out on my journey of business, I still remember I asked my brother for 100 rupees to put fuel in my bike, and he refused it. I walked from Mehdipatnam to Kokatpalli and back, with almost like 200 meters of cloth on me and my friend. We walked, we took lifts and all of that. But nothing is impossible. With zero money, today we've done a turnover of more than, I think, last year when there was a really sad time or whatever for business. 2022 was a really down market.
Sure.
So, and we deal into Dubai real estate also. So we've done a turnover of almost $5 million. So
it is easy, it is doable. बस उठ बांध कमर क्या डरता है, फिर देख खुदा क्या करता है. दानिश भाई, over to you, and I'm sure everybody is excited to hear. मैं पूछूंगा हम कुछ बोलने दो. दानिश, हमारे मोहम्मद इशाक भाई. अब मैं बोल रहा हूँ था, मेरे मुंह से निकल गया वो. मैं पूछूंगा इनको बोलने दो.
बिल्कुल हाँ. मैं सवाल करता हूँ
मेरे से. मैं पढ़ के नहीं आया.
चलो माशाल्लाह, अस्सलाम वालेकुम और गुड आफ्टरनून और आप सबको हैप्पी चिल्ड्रंस डे. आपको पता है वाई नेहरू की फोटो है वहाँ पे? क्या व्हाट्स द रीजन? उनकी बर्थडे तो है, बर्थडे तो कई लोगों की रहती है, उन्हीं की बर्थडे पे क्यों चिल्ड्रंस डे? Why did he love children? Because
children are cute.
Children cute रहते हैं थोड़े चंद साल तक. ये ऐसा है कि he said क्योंकि बच्चे are the future of India. That's the main reason. वो बोलते थे these are the future generations. आप लोग हैं वो gonna build India. तो माशाल्लाह से मेरा नाम मोहम्मद बिन इसाक है. नाम रियली हैप्पी कि मैं रिस्पेक्टेड सर्स मैडम्स के साथ यहाँ पे हूँ और मुझे इन्वाइट किया गया यहाँ पर. I'm a YouTuber जो हम लोग जर्नी स्टार्ट किए थे तकरीबन अराउंड 6 years back and overall तकरीबन 2.5 to 3 million सब्सक्राइबर्स हमारे हैं right now. और जैसा सर ने बताया था कि भाई ने 100 रुपये का पेट्रोल नहीं डाला था. अरे सर जी तो जैसा सर ने बताया था कि जब एक धक्का पड़ेगा तो ही आपको धक्का स्टार्ट मिलेगा. द थिंग ही फेस्ड इन लाइफ. आई यूज्ड टू वर्क, मैं भी हाईटेक सिटी पे काम करता था, लेकिन दिस वाज अ पैशन. अब यहाँ पे मैं ये पॉइंट इसलिए आपको ला रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप में से कई लोग जो है डॉक्टर्स बनना चाहते हैं, कई अलग अलग प्रोफेशंस है, लेकिन इसमें कई बार आप देखेंगे कि कई सारे जो प्रोफेशंस आपके दे आर फोर्स्ड बाय योर पेरेंट्स. क्योंकि एक सोसाइटी का एक स्टिग्मा रहता है दैट यू हैव टू बी अ डॉक्टर और एन इंजीनियर. मैं हूँ इंजीनियर, इसलिए मैं कभी इंजीनियरिंग का काम नहीं किया. आई विल बी फ्रैंक विद इट. हम लोग क्या है, वी स्टार्ट गोइंग विद अ पैशन. हाईटेक सिटी पे काम करते हुए, आई वॉज अ सॉफ्टवेयर एनालिस्ट, वो करते हुए वी गॉट इनटू दिस थिंग. मैं, मेरा छोटा भाई और एक दोस्त है हमारा उसामा. यस कौन बोल? यस हाँ. तो हम क्या करें, वी स्टार्टेड दिस एज अ पैशन और हमारे पेरेंट्स दे पुश्ड अस फॉरवर्ड. वो बोले कि अगर इसमें यू हैव स्कोप टू मेक मनी. दैट्स द मेन थिंग. आपको एक चीज़ बता दूंगा, कई लोग मुझे हार्श समझते, दे थिंक आई एम सेइंग रॉन्ग. मैं कई सारे, मुझे टेड टॉक्स पे बुलाया गया, इंडिया वन ऑफ द लीडिंग टॉक शोज है वर्ल्ड का हो. उस पर ये एक ही सवाल जब करते थे तो मैं बोलता था पैसा फर्स्ट, आप सर्विसेज जो देना है दे सकते, सब कर सकते. कई लोग कुछ इसमें से बताएं, हम सिर्फ ये काम करना चाह रहे, काम की मोहब्बत के लिए, पैसों से मतलब नहीं. लेकिन आज के पीरियड में पैसा नहीं रहा तो आपको मोहब्बत भी मुश्किल है.
मुश्किल होती है, क्या
बहुत मुश्किल है. तो इसमें एक चीज़ है कि व्हेन यू मेक मनी, व्हेन यू हैव स्कोप, तो वो हिसाब से आप अपना प्रोफेशन भी सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं जो अपना पैशन है. कई सारे ऐसे प्रोफेशन है जो आपको टर्न डाउन करेंगे सोसाइटी में. इनिशियली हमारे खुद के जो रिलेटिव्स थे, दे यूज्ड टू से मीडिया फील्ड में क्यों जा रहे, व्हाई यू गोइंग इनटू दिस. लेकिन वी स्टेप्ड इनटू इट. आज कई सारे लोग जो है हमारे साथ वही ठहर कर बोलते कि ये हमारा भांजा है, हमारे भांजे, ऐसा इस तरह से. इट हैपेंस. कई सारे तो लोग काम भी निकालने के लिए पुराने रिश्ते आके बता रहे हैं हमारे को, हम ये है आपके बोल के. तो इट हैपेंस. तो माशाल्लाह देखते देखते एक जर्नी ऐसी हो गई और टर्निंग पॉइंट्स कई सारा है इसके अंदर.
जी सर.
हम क्या करें, वी स्टार्टेड ऑफ ऑन अ कॉमेडी का जो चैनल था, उसके बाद आई वेंचर्ड इनटू पॉलिटिक्स. मेरा एक और सब चैनल्स भी है. फिर एक रिसेंटली मैं स्टार्ट किया व्हाट द फन के नाम से. इट्स अ व्लॉगिंग चैनल और मेरा मेन मकसद वो चैनल का ये है कि मैं कनेक्ट बहुत लोगों से होता हूँ. इट्स अ साइड जो मेरा कई लोग नहीं देखे थे, मेरा जो पर्सनल साइड है, वेर आई एम कनेक्टिंग विद पीपल, वेर आई एम लाइक एक्सप्लोरिंग हैदराबाद. और मुझे अभी से पैन इंडिया ऑफर्स आना स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं कि वील स्पॉन्सर एवरीथिंग विद पेमेंट्स. पूरा आपको A to Z हम पैकेजेस बनाएंगे. यू हैव टू एसोसिएट विद अस. हम पूरा A to Z, कश्मीर, कन्याकुमारी, इस तरह से ये लोग रखे हुए, हम पूरा करेंगे. एक्सप्लोर इंडिया विद अस. तो इसमें फ़ायदा क्या रहता है, कई सारे जो टूर्स ट्रैवल्स है उनका भी फ़ायदा है, कई सारे जो स्टॉपर्स रहते हैं उनका फ़ायदा है, और एंड ऑफ द डे मुझे पैसा मिल रहा है उस चीज़ का.
एब्सोल्युटली. सर ये पूछना चाह रहा था इशाक भाई कि बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ देम you know, I think there are many of them who would want to do this if they are allowed to do this. एक चीज़ ये पूछना था कि हर प्रोफेशन की एक लाइफ होती है.
बिल्कुल.
लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल यू अंडरस्टूड द पॉइंट.
बिल्कुल.
तो इसमें कंटेंट आपको रोज क्रिएट करना है.
बिल्कुल
आप ये बात समझिए बेटा, दिस इज सीरियस बिजनेस व्हाट भाई इज डूइंग, इशाक भाई इज डूइंग, व्हाट ही इज डूइंग इज सीरियस बिजनेस. And what most of you are thinking that it is not serious at all. Nobody is interested in making some dirty reels and I mean some kind of reels and you know trying to get more of followers and what not. It is serious business. So if you are into it, do something serious. तो content creation के ऊपर या idea generation के ऊपर, see Mark Zuckerberg का idea था to have that idea of Facebook and that earned him millions. So रोज नया content create करना, it is equally easy or difficult या what?
It is very difficult. ये आप जो बताए point, कई सारे लोग, हम खुद ही हंसते, मतलब मी एंड माई टीम, कई बार हम लोग डिसलाइक देखते थे वीडियो पे एंड वी यूज्ड टू थिंक हम इतनी मेहनत किए उसको सिर्फ 5 सेकंड लगे डिसलाइक करने के लिए. दे हैव नो आइडिया कि पीछे कंटेंट जो क्रिएट आप लोग जो देखते, जैसा व्हाट द फन का एक सपोज एक एग्जांपल वीडियो का देता हूँ, Q&A का क्वेश्चन है मेरा, उसमें मैं पूछ रहा था लोगों को कि चिकन 65 का मतलब क्या है. कोई जवाब नहीं दे सका, सब बुट पटांग जवाब दिए. अब आप देख के बोलेंगे हाँ भाई सिंपल सवाल है क्या, लेकिन टू कम अप विद द क्वेश्चन जिसको आपको मालूम है कि जवाब नहीं मिलेगा, इट हैज टू बी फनी, यू हैव टू थिंक. ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग सेशंस चलते हैं उसके ऊपर, कई सारे स्क्रिप्ट्स रहते हैं जो हमें हद में रह के भी करना पड़ता है चीज़ों को. तो इट्स नॉट इजी, कमिंग अप विद स्टफ इज योर टैलेंट.
And what about the lifespan of this, sir?
लाइफ स्पैन देखिए, हर चीज का एक सैचुरेशन पॉइंट रहता है. तो अभी जो है यूट्यूब में रहते हुए, a lot of people think is YouTube the only thing that it does. यूट्यूब के थ्रू मैं मेरा मीडिया मार्केटिंग का एजेंसी सेटअप किया एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ कंपनीज जो बैकएंड में उनका काम करवाता हूँ. डिजिटल कंटेंट क्रिएशन रहता, क्योंकि आज के पीरियड में अब आप लोग ये वीडियो देखेंगे तो कहाँ पे देखेंगे, यूट्यूब पे देखेंगे, फेसबुक पे देखेंगे, विच मीन्स कि इसी के थ्रू ही आपका लाइफ है. और आगे जाके एवरीथिंग इज गोना बी लाइक डिजिटल होने वाला है हर चीज. जो आप बोर्ड्स देख रहे हैं बिल बोर्ड पर, गूगल का जो था विजन, गूगल का ये विजन था कि वो जो आपको फ्री में सर्विस दे रहे, आपको फ्री में दे रहे, लेकिन जो एड्स उनके पास चलाते हैं उनका विजन 20 साल आगे सोचे थे लोग. तो इसी तरह से इसमें भी यू हैव टू एक्सपैंड ऑन डिफरेंट थिंग्स. तो हम जो है मीडिया, डिजिटल क्रिएशंस, कई सारी चीज़ें रहते. अब मेरा आगे इरादा है कि आई हैव टू सेट अप अ कंपनी जहाँ पे हम और एक्सप्लोर करें ये चीज़ों को. जैसा मैं बता रहा था आपको ट्रैवल्स का है, समथिंग लाइक दिस. इसमें क्या है, आपको खुद बिजनेस आके टच करते हैं एंड दैट्स हाउ यू एक्सपांड योर सर्विस. अगर मैं सोचते रहा बस इसी के थ्रू करना है तो एक सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आएगा. आज से शायद 10 साल के बाद यूट्यूब इज गोना बी फिनिश्ड. मैं बोल रहा हूँ मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली इट्स गोना बी फिनिश्ड. एक और एक ऐप आ जाएगा विच इज गोना बीट.
So without wasting much time, because we have reached the time of closure, any questions quickly we can take? Yeah, your question. बोलो बेटा. उंगली से बता. who? You question with you. who? You. अच्छा, हाँ. बेटा एक बार वापस. यू वॉन्ट टू बिकम डॉक्टर, वो सुने आया. नेक्स्ट. यू वॉन्ट टू बिकम अ डॉक्टर एंड अ मेकअप आर्टिस्ट. तो हु सेड डॉक्टर्स डोंट मेकअप प्रॉपरली? अच्छा सर मैम.
That's very nice. You have a very good choice. The makeup, even I am. No, there is no woman who doesn't like a makeup. So it's always good for you to have that passion. It relaxes you. और पहले अपने बहनों का मेकअप करना शुरू करो. That's nice.
Anything else? Anyone else who want to ask? Yeah, please.
We take breaks. Yeah, we take breaks often. I think that's the relaxing part. Everybody gets at kabhi saturation aata. We take a break and we start again. Right.
No, it's like that. Just sir, when Mr. Joshi sir said, when you enjoy your work, when you put your heart into that I don't think that saturation will also come. Every day is a challenge. Every day is a learning. So I don't think you feel bored or you feel stagnant somewhere or stuck somewhere. You go ahead like that.
So you asked us, I mean, if when we wake up in the morning and we are very off mood, that happens. Something that I would like to pass on to the children, which I should have learned or would have, somebody should have taught me when I was younger is, affirming to your own self your desires. I, every single day, stand up and I start, telling myself what I feel I'm worthy of, and that motivates me. So I think self-talk. I motivate my own self.
We'll take one last comment. Yeah.
तो अच्छा, आप जैसा सवाल किए थे, डू यू टेक अ ब्रेक, क्योंकि कंटेंट क्रिएशन जो रहता है या जो भी आपका काम है, यू गेट बोर्ड ऑफ इट, राइट? हमारे पास उल्टा है, मेरे फील्ड का, आई कैन से ऑन माय फील्ड, जिस दिन मैं ब्रेक लिया उस दिन मैं सुबह उठ के बोलता हूँ आज ब्रेक क्यों लिया बोल के, क्योंकि आई लव माय जॉब, आई लव माय वर्क.
कि every profession is important to build a society. Remember that. Every profession is important. So what do I say is, what do I strongly believe is, आप जिस किसी भी profession में रहो, learn to excel in that. Excel in that. First excel in that. Work towards excellence. उसके बाद आपकी मासूमियत को don't lose your innocence. Never lose your innocence. एक काम हमेशा करना जो मैंने अपने टीचर्स से सीखा, अपने बड़ों से सीखा, जो मैं प्रैक्टिस करने की कोशिश करती हूँ, आई एम ट्राइंग टू कन्वे इट टू यू. हमेशा ये कोशिश करना कि अपने कीमती वक्त से थोड़ा वक्त दूसरों के लिए निकालो.
क्या बात.
ठीक है. दूसरी अहम चीज़, किसी के चेहरे पे एक छोटी सी मुस्कुराहट ला लो. और तीसरी लास्ट अहम चीज़, किसी के ज़ख्मों पे मरहम रख देना, यानी किसी का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर देना अपने लेवल पे. आप जीत जाएंगे. बिलीव मी, यू विल बी सेटिस्फाइड इन विच एवर प्रोफेशन यू आर. Okay,
Thank
all
you.
the best and happy Children's Day once again.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was a wonderful session. We close. We'll make certain presentations. Sir, aye, please. Sadar Saab. And whatever questions you have, you can just keep them. We will just forward those questions to the dignitaries. And before we wind up, one small presentation. Check. I request Mushtaba Hussain sir to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, one and all. This is Syed Shahbaz Ahmed, Financial Advisor to All India Ideal Teacher Association. ITA trains teachers and they work for the upliftment of teachers and for the welfare of the teachers. And ITA is working in all over the states of India and very active in Hyderabad. And I don't want to take up much of your time. I would like to thank all the panelists for coming over here on Children's Day. Children's, did you all enjoy it or not? Yes? Come on, you people are sleeping. Yes or not? बोल रहे होंगे सर बच्चे जो है चिल्ड्रंस डे में स्कूल में जो है बड़े जो है धूम शूम से जो है प्रोग्राम करते हैं सर यहाँ लाकर बिठा दिए हमको. But you people are the future of India, so please set your goal and try to achieve your goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you all of you for coming over here. Thank you one and all. Thank you dignitaries for. Thank you very much.
Recording Company, RC Senior, DJ Temple Exclusive.
Thank you so much. I think participation certificates will be given to the teachers, and participation certificates, I request the teacher